Welcome everyone to the Blue Stand once more. It's a very sad day, I'm afraid. I think everyone, all Blue fans all over the world, have heard the news that the great legend, one of our greatest legends ever, Gianluca Vialli, has passed away. He passed away last night at the young age of 58. He was struggling with cancer. He first got it in 2017. Then 2021, they confirmed it. In a way, he knew it was a hard struggle to be cured, but he never moaned or anything. He carried on with his life, and he always came to Chelsea as an ex-player, always. Great legend. I'm afraid it's sad news. We're going to talk about a little bit about him, of course. He was a great legend. Won us 3 trophies, 4 with 2002. He came in 1999. He won the FA Cup in 97, which we waited for such a long time, since 1970, to win a major trophy, and he done it. And then we won the Cup Winners' Cup. He won the Super Cup, the League Cup. He scored 40 goals for Chelsea. He's 4 years, the time he was here. But don't forget, he was a manager for 3 years. Started off player manager, then became manager. And as a manager in 2000, he won us the FA Cup again. Great legend. I'm sure Chelsea will make a special tribute to him. Especially the next home game. I have to be there. Like a lot of other thousands of fans who, saw that team: Zola, Steve Clark, Dennis Wise, legends. Every single player was a legend that time. Unbelievable team we had, and he managed to, in 18 years, he got us to the third spot. Finished with he as the manager, we finished third after a long wait, 18-year wait. Uh, 98 it was. We finished third, and that was after 18 years. Um, yeah, and he retired 1999. He retired as a player, then became our manager. And he scored before, he went out as a player. He scored again against Derby at home when we won. Uh, yeah, and I said, yeah, and now in 2000 he won us a FA Cup as a manager again. What a legend! I can't say any. I was scattered yesterday. It came a shock. I didn't know. I was at the game yesterday. No one knew about this because it happened night time. I don't know what time, but it happened. We was at the game. No one knew. We found out after the game when I got home. I found out in the morning actually that he passed away, but we knew he was on his deathbed like Pelé was. Pelé, he lived a lot longer, but we paid great tribute to Pelé last night as well. Yeah, it's really crazy. I'm going to bring the panel in soon. Tyzia, Bobby, Deals, um, because I want to hear what they have to say. But Bobby will know how many of our players died young throughout the seasons. Throughout from 1970, 71, we had Peter Houseman, great winger, one of our best wingers ever. He died in a car accident. Then it was Ian Hutchinson, died very young. The guy who invented the long throw. You could hear his name ringing around the bridge when he came to take that throw, and that throw was lethal. No one could take a throw. He had it in him. It wasn't a skill he had to train for. He just had it. The guy was unbelievable, but he died young, very young. So did Alan Hudson, Peter Osgood, so many players.
Ray
Ray Wilkins,
Wilkins.
yeah, Deals, you said it.
Big
You
up,
know,
big up, Nick.
big up to all of you. Yeah, let's bring you all in. Ty, welcome, Bobby. Welcome, Deals. Ty, I
Yeah.
know you know your history. What's your thoughts on Viali, first of all, before we go into anything else?
Well, I wasn't fortunate enough to be alive to see him play, so I only have to go on stories and videos and the few matches that I could actually see and what
Yeah,
the Chelsea history books say. But from what I understand, he's one of those players where he brought success, and if I'm not mistaken, I think he wear number 9 at one point.
yeah, always went. Yeah, number 9. You're right.
Yeah, so
Yes,
he's one of those rare players that this whole quote unquote number 9 curse. He had a lot of success as a player and as a manager. So it's
unbelievable. Yeah.
fascinating, and I
He
mean
is. Yeah,
it's unfortunate that that horrible disease is taking so many people. But I've been looking at Twitter and I've been seeing the tributes and the stories that people have been telling about their experiences with him, and I've not seen anybody really say anything negative. Well, I don't think anybody's going to say anything negative at this time. But I
no,
mean, the stories are so close. It's always he's a supportive person. He's kind. He's nice, and it's unfortunate, and uh, the football world lost a legend in the closing end of 2022, and we've lost another one just a week or a couple days after. So it's really unfortunate, but life goes on and we have to move. But I guards with the family and those who knew him.
yeah, yeah. Great words, Ty. Yeah, he wasn't just a great player. He was a great person. He was unbelievable. The guy. Um, I used to go. You know, there was great days. I used to love the 70s, 80s. But in the 90s, when we had Viali, Zola, and them, they were unbelievable. One of our greatest teams. Two, we had Drogba, Lampard, and the rest. They were unbelievable. And yeah, let's go to Bobby. I'm sure he wants to say some words. Bobby?
Yeah, Nick.
Yeah,
Honestly, thank you for this.
unbelievable.
Big up,
Come on.
Yeah,
Bobby.
big up, guys. Big up, guys. This really upset me today when I saw it this morning.
Yeah.
I felt this one. Not that I didn't feel Pele, but Pele was. I was very,
Older.
very young when he was playing, and he was an old man. Not that he wasn't a loss to football, but Luca wasn't old, and
Mm,
you're right. He was part of a great era. And a great Chelsea team that has not yet really been acknowledged for how good they were because they just about missed out on winning the Premier League. That Chelsea team: Viali, Petrescu, Babayaro, Poyet, Hughes. Wise. They were fabulous players. Leboeuf. Later on came the likes of Desai. I mean, they were an amazing set of players, and it was the beginning of the resurgence of Chelsea's success. When Bullet, as a player manager, won the FA Cup, and then we continued with Viali, and you know, you're so right in saying that Viali was a good person as well as a good player.
he
You know,
was.
I was. Those were the days I was very, very frequently at the bridge. Very frequently, I was
Mm,
always there, either working or watching. And funnily enough, Viali was one of the players I never really spoke to. But I would what Viali would come in, he would always have a smile and a greeting for everybody, like most of them do. He sees you walking down the corridors, hello, and in his sort of Italian stroke adopted Cockney London accent,
yeah.
he would greet you, and he was a nice man, a season ticket holder when he finished his playing career. And, just like Chelsea is this club that once you play for them, you love them. Viali was a fan. He loved
Yeah.
Chelsea. It's like, I was saying on the stream earlier, I personally believe that when retirement sets in and the cold light of competition dust settles, you'll find people like Jose Mourinho truly are Chelsea fans. And, you don't stop loving this club, and he loved this club. He maintained his season ticket just like everyone else. He kept coming to watch games. I don't know if
Mm,
anybody knows that he was always at
yeah.
them
Yeah, I
games.
know that. He was always at games.
Yeah, until he became ill. It's a sad day. We've lost a
We,
great. We've lost
yeah, we have probably we lost an icon,
a
one of our
total
icons.
icon, true legend. He wasn't always at Chelsea. One would argue that perhaps the biggest part of his career was in Juventus. I
Yeah.
don't know. I think he came to Chelsea. He still had so much to give, and certainly gave a lot. I personally count 6 trophies he won because I add the
Yeah.
Community Shield to that.
Yeah, that's right.
Um,
I didn't add that myself. Yeah, you're right. He won that
yeah,
as well. Yeah.
he won as
I,
well.
I
And
should know. I was there at Wembley. I
there you
should
go.
have done
There you
better.
go.
God.
What a
Yeah.
man. What a man. It touched
Yeah.
me. I feel grateful for every single one of our content makers that come out and pay tribute to this guy,
Oh,
because
this
we
guy.
can't ignore this man. We can't.
No
He is a
chance.
Chelsea legend, point blank.
Legend, and we loved. And you know what made me love him so much? Because he loved the fans. Even when we lost,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
we lost a game, but he came over. He knew we appreciated the performance. Like a bit
yeah,
of like last night, we lost, but they showed us fight. And then in
yeah,
those days, remember Bobby, every game we played, they showed fight
yeah.
100%. And he
Especially Luca.
he knew
Especially Luca.
he knew, and he showed on the pitch how he
Nick,
fought for that
Nick,
badge.
wasn't he the
Yeah.
Euros? Wasn't he the Italian Euros assistant for Mancini?
He was
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
sort of coaching staff.
Italy. Not recently, he was, he was assistant to Mancini. You're right. He was the Italian assistant for Italy too. He got a lot worse. He was suffering still, but he got a lot worse.
Yeah, that's
And
when
yeah,
he looked like he looked ill.
yeah, you saw, you
Yeah,
could see the age creeping up. That's how this cancer makes you look old. I know I had experience with it with my dad. He died at the same age with cancer. I know how they look, how they get to. One of the great icons, unbelievable. Yeah, go ahead, Deus. You
yeah.
were saying,
I repeat, Violi. Unfortunately he wasn't around my time. But I heard great stuff about him. He
yeah,
was truly a legend of Chelsea Football Club, and I wish I was around his time, but I wasn't a supporter then.
yeah. You would have seen a great team, unbelievable team we had. And then he got us to third place.
Yeah.
After 18 years, he got us to third place. That time we were unbelievable. We were going to Arsenal, smashing them, going to United, smashing
What
them.
was your favorite goal? What was your favorite goal of
Oh,
Violi's?
God. He has so
You
many.
and you and Bobby's.
For me, Bobby, was when we played Liverpool at the Bridge in
he
the FA
scored
Cup
twice, didn't he?
fourth round. He started the comeback. Remember, we were losing 2-0.
Yeah.
We had Mark Hughes as well. And Violi scored the first goal. He started the comeback, and we came back and beat Liverpool 4-2. And that's the year he won the FA Cup for us as a player.
Nick and Bobby,
know-
did
you
he
know,
make
if-
the
if
number
I-
9 shirt at Chelsea?
If I could
Yeah.
just say this,
Yeah,
lads,
go
sorry,
ahead, Bobby. Yeah.
do you know a goal that he scored? It wasn't the best goal to look
No.
at. That always comes to my mind is that goal at Tromso in the
Oh,
snow.
yeah, God, yeah. Oh,
that
yeah. That
helped us. Actually, we were going to get knocked out.
I'll never
And
forget that. Yeah,
but for
God.
that goal, and we went on to win the Winners' Cup. That
He
year.
scored some great goals, unbelievable goals, unbelievable. That I'll never forget. You can't say one goal because he had so many.
So many, and he was very
Yeah.
good with his head.
Unbelievable.
Was he manager as well?
Yeah,
Player,
manager. Yeah.
Player manager. Then he became manager after because he retired from playing, and he took
How
us
many
to
cups
another.
did he win with Chelsea, like manager wise?
Bobby, I think as a manager,
As a manager, five,
5
including the FA Cup, 6.
FA
as a
Cup.
player.
The last FA 2020, he won us the FA Cup twice. We won the Super Cup, the League Cup, and he got us to third place, top. After 18 years, the best finish.
Yeah.
So he was a legend. More than a legend for me. And it's sad. I don't know what it is without Chelsea. So many great legends. They all died young.
All the
of them.
legends speak about Chelsea highly
Mm.
when they go on pundits and that. They always
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about Chelsea highly.
Oh yeah, of course they do. But it's unbelievable, because a lot of them died young. So many.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
You mentioned.
Yeah.
Well, it's really sad, But about the pundits, I was very proud of the way Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, stood up to defend Chelsea a bit yesterday when Jamie Carragher was coming up with his nonsense.
Oh God, yeah, he always
trying
does.
to lay into Cucurella.
Yeah. Cucurella was great yesterday. Really good.
He was. He was targeted, yes, because of some tactical issues, but that's not to try and say, "Oh, he can't defend," all that sort of stuff.
Oh God.
What
Yeah,
year
well,
was he manager of Chelsea, Violi? Was he in 1998?
97 was it? 90s? No, 98. Yeah, he started.
Yeah, 98. Yeah.
That's when I was born.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, so yeah. So yeah, we were privileged. Me and Bobby were privileged to see that team he was playing in, and
Oh
he,
gosh, some
you
great
know,
players.
and as a
Zola,
manager, and you know, it was
there.
unbelievable the players we had.
Yeah,
Good enough with the Mourinho teams. They were good, that good.
they were exceptional. I
Humble.
when I think about it, I'm like, crikey, we really, you know, that team wasn't lauded like it should. Remember, Graham Lasso
Yeah,
was in that team.
Steve Clark,
Stevie Clark.
Dennis Wise.
I met
you know,
Graham
God,
Lasso. I met him
you know, we have
when I was
some
younger.
good players, man.
When
We
I
have
when I was younger. I met him at a school event when I was at my school, my primary school, and he was at an event.
Yeah, we have some unbelievable players. Dennis Wise as well. Zola,
Zola, Poyet.
His wife is controversial, right?
yeah, To Andre Flo then come. You know, he was
Dan Petrescu.
every single player was.
Frank
They were
Leboeuf.
legends. That team,
Yeah.
all of them, legends.
Yeah.
Yeah, go. Sorry, Ty. Go ahead. You're saying.
I was saying, isn't Dennis Wise controversial amongst Joseph, and some are 50-50?
Oh no, Dennis Wise was a great legend.
I know what he did, but I'm talking
yeah,
about the fact that
he's very underrated. Always was underrated, but for us, as Bobby knows, he was unbelievable.
He
For a
would
short guy,
teach some of these midfielders we've got
yeah.
now
Oh God,
a thing or two. He was a fight. He was a battler, little
You know,
fella, but he wouldn't be
he was
riding
hard.
around on the ground
Yeah.
like this lot.
That's it.
He wouldn't be. You couldn't kick
you
lumps
talk
out
about
of
John
Dennis Wise.
Terry. John Terry Ty. You remember John Terry, but Dennis Wise was exactly the same.
Yeah.
As short as he was.
I know.
As little as he was a battler. He was.
Yeah.
He would win that midfield on his own if he had to. I miss
John Terry said that he that Viali gave him his debut. Is that true?
Yeah.
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 I didn't know that.
But no, if Terry says it, then he has to be true because he's going to know who.
Yeah, he did. Although, you know, Ranieri kind of really established him, but yeah, Viali gave him his debut.
Yeah.
Many of those youngsters, Jody Morris,
Yeah.
you know, first played with Viali.
Scott Minto, he was still around.
Yeah, Scott Minto,
Yeah, before he became a pundit on Sky.
Yeah.
What a great guy. Great guy. I like Scott. We had some great players.
Yeah, for the likes of you and me, you know, it's a sad day. You know, these younger
very
ones.
Very sad because he died so young. We knew, I knew he was going to die eventually because that cancer was eating him up.
Yeah.
But it's still a shock. It's a shock. Yeah. What can we do? Yeah.
We'd be thankful, I mean, we're just, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm thankful.
For Chelsea.
I'm thankful. I had the chance to watch him live at the bridge and everywhere else because it was some player. I'm privileged to have watched him. Like I was privileged, and you, Bobby, to see Perry live. We were privileged, really. Yeah. Yes. Anything else about Gianluca before we move on? We're going to keep going on and off the subject probably when people come in.
Especially Max and I'm glad you remember him. You know,
was he captain of Chelsea as well?
Viali, yeah, he was a player manager.
He was player manager, but I don't think he was ever captain.
No, we had Dennis Wise, didn't it, captain? We had Dennis Wise, and Deschamps as well at the time.
Deschamps, another one that played then. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to ask you a question. Would you ever want to see Deschamps become Chelsea manager?
Oh my God!
I don't know. That's a hard question.
Why?
I would say no.
No, I would have said no. Go on, Ty. Carry on, Ty. Deschamps for me, he's great for France, but at the moment he's still the France manager. I don't think he's going to leave anytime soon from France. When he does, you never know. Yeah.
Oh my God! You know what? Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, I got the confirmation. I would love that. Anyways, I'm going off topic. Anyways, my bad.
I would love that to happen as well.
Yeah,
chance to be
because
Chelsea
top
manager.
manager.
I would not want to see it though. I wouldn't want to see it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to
Let's
see it
see.
because he's a Chelsea legend.
Yeah, he's a
No,
Chelsea.
no. I don't care about
Yeah,
the Chelsea legend narrative. That's all. We've only seen success with that with one. Well, not one, two.
yeah.
Well, I'm not really sure if Di Matteo is considered a legend. I know he did have
As a
some.
player, he was a legend as a player.
Mm.
Only because
He
even
played
just
with
because
Jali
he
as
scored.
well, didn't he?
Yeah, of course. And that
Yeah.
great goal, remember the goal against Middlesbrough in the final?
Yeah.
The quickest goal ever. I don't know if it's still the quickest goal at a final, FA Cup final. I'm not. I think it could still be.
Yeah,
Uh,
could well be. Yeah.
it was.
Thing is,
Yeah,
with Deschamps as a manager, managing the French national team and managing a Premier League club is two entirely different things. And
yeah,
I don't know. I really don't know about that one.
yeah. I don't know about club management for him. I don't know either. Let's see what Porter does. We're going to come to the game soon. Last night's game. We're going to see what you all thought about it. I'll leave my thoughts to last. I'll start with Ty. Ty, what's your whole take on last night's performance?
Honestly, it was different from what I would have expected going into that game. I
Mm,
mean, Poche made some decisions that I'm surprised he made. Um, I I think we performed a bit better. There's some things that he's still lacking. Although there was something that I could respect and could commend. He wasn't just sitting down. He at least got up and he was saying a few things, but he wasn't as proactive as I would have liked him to. And I think his lack of being of not being proactive caused us to really be more susceptible to conceding, and that's what happened. I mean, bringing on Grealish and Mahrez, it
mm,
was something that I think he should have. I don't know. I think he should have reacted to that because in terms of the fact that those two actually led to the goal that we conceded. I think maybe if he had reacted in some way, maybe that could have been fixed. But I'm not going to say it's because of him that goal happened. But I just think that his lack of not being proactive, it could have prevented that goal. But it is what it is. I don't want to look back into the past on that and what's if and what could have been. But I mean, the team was filled with some positives. Zakaria prove that if he continues like this, probably we should just trigger that buy option and just and make that stay permanent because he's doing things that I knew he could do it. I mean, he joined Juventus and injuries plagued him, so he wasn't able to express himself in that way. But he's been quality
yeah,
recently, and he is like the more minutes he's gotten, the better it has been in terms of him getting sharp, and he looks confident. He's moving the ball, he's doing trickery. So there's a lot of positives. I mean,
mm,
I would never wish injuries on my players, but Sterling and Pulisic coming off, and then we actually got the opportunity to see the young players perform, especially Chukwuemeka. It was
yeah.
special. And if Chukwuemeka had scored that goal just before half time,
Very
probably would have been
unlucky.
a different result. And you never know, probably could be a job. Maybe would have given the team more confidence to try and get a second. You never know. But I mean,
Yeah,
I was proud of the younger players. And for me, I don't want to think negatively, but I would say the season is over in that regard.
mm,
And say that because of that, just give the younger players an opportunity to play more games, build their morale, give them an opportunity to express themselves, and maybe they'll help us in some regard, and maybe can save us some millions as well if things go well.
yeah. I agree with you. Chukwuemeka was unbelievable last night. So was Zakaria and Havertz as well. I mean, the whole team really fought yesterday. Apart from Aubameyang, he couldn't do anything really. Sterling, I don't know if it's a real injury, but that was too quick. He just got a knock. He could have stayed on, I think.
Exactly.
But he went off. He didn't want to play against City.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything today about injury to him.
This thing was it's an hamstring injury, so he was gonna get a
Is it?
scan.
Really?
That's what they said.
I don't
I
know.
don't believe he's injured.
It's hard to believe because he just the game's
He
just
didn't look
started.
injured.
It
Still,
was
he
so
did not look
coincidental.
injured.
The first 2 minutes of the game, first 2 minutes he goes down.
Yeah.
But
I
I
know
think
It seemed like he didn't want to play.
Yeah,
I
on the
don't know,
crowd.
the tackle in itself that is injury worthy. Stones
Maybe we couldn't see where we were, but I was really close to it, and I was near the bench where I was really, really low in the family section, right at the, right on the bench, front seat. Everyone was saying the same. God, what's this? No one could believe he got injured. We were saying the same thing. I don't think he wants to play.
See what happens when we move the ball faster, though. We play better.
Yeah, he came off. Then Pulisic came off. Pulisic did nearly score. He would have scored in the first half, if you remember. Stones making that unbelievable tackle. That would have been a goal. If we had that goal and the one Chukwuemeka hit the post, we could have won that game. But it wasn't to be. But, at least they showed us some fight and spirit, which we haven't seen for quite a few games now. That's the only thing I take from that game. The fight. I was really impressed with Zakaria. Lewis Hall, when he came on, didn't, he tried his best. Gallagher tried as well. He was trying. And Hutchinson, for a young player like him, and you can see why he can't start games because he looks like a baby. When you see him close up, he looks like a 10-year-old.
I don't think he's produced yet into.
He's too young.
I don't think he's produced yet into that talent yet.
No,
I think he'll learn his trade. He'll learn his trade.
Yeah, go on, Deuce. He will gradually come on game after game from the bench and get more minutes. He will, he's going to be a great player. I can see that. I can see the fight. They play for the badge. Gallagher always. Chukwuemeka even. Zakaria. Yesterday all of them were, except Aubameyang. And Lewis Hall always. They show me a lot what some of our senior players that don't show us. And Ziyech was good as well. The time he was on, he's the one who could cross the ball, take a corner.
Nick, you know what I think changed the game?
Yeah.
I think Man City's subs, they changed the game still.
Pep changed the game. I could see it. You could see what he was doing on, when you looked at him, when it was 0-0 and we were on top of that first half, and you see the second half.
We was all over them, though. We was all over them.
Yeah.
And as soon as they brought on the subs,
yeah,
I knew that was gonna change the game for them still.
Yeah. And second half, we couldn't get the ball. They started differently. They brought Grealish on, and you see what happened. He got one great cross, which that cross should have been saved by Kepa. Should have been pushed away.
Kukurea left his man for dead, though.
Yeah,
Mahrez.
Yeah, that's true. And Mahrez, just tapped it in, but Kepa should have got the ball before he fell to Mahrez. He should have got a touch for me. I don't know. Well, sometimes it happens, but I'm not going to blame Kepa for the loss. Everything else he did was, good.
Nick, who's your man in the match?
God, it's a very hard one. I have to give it to. It was close. Havertz and Zakaria. Kova and Zakaria, very close. Out of them two, because they won the midfield in the first half. Kova and Zakaria were unbelievable. That's why.
I think Chukwuemeka won the man of the match for me.
He was great as well. But I think in the end, I would have to give it to Zakaria. He was going up and down that pitch for 19 minutes. He was great. I'm glad to see him getting better all the time. If we play like this, there's no reason we can't go and beat City on Sunday. Let's welcome Certify as well.
Yeah,
Welcome.
Big up, JK. Big up.
How's it going, dude?
He's
Yeah,
good though.
sort of. We were talking about Gianluca Vialli before. We had a lot to say about his career and everything. What a
Yeah,
legend.
I was just about to take on that now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
R.I.P. Luca, Luca Vialli. He's another one that when I've watched Chelsea documentaries, he's standing out as a great striker. Do you get what I'm saying? For us, do you get what I'm saying? Very underrated. And I also heard he used to play. He also used to play for Juventus,
yeah,
and and he was also good there. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, great striker. And he died so young, 58. That's just a bit.
yes.
I know he
That's
had
cancer.
cancer, but that's just a bit. That's just a
But
bit sad. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
we have. Yeah, go on. Sorry. Yeah, carry
yeah,
on.
but people come and go in this life. Oh, that's
Yeah,
just how it
it's.
is. You know what I'm
And
saying?
I was saying before, we had so many great legends from the 70s to now dying young,
Mm,
uh, even younger than Vialli. Ian Hutchinson, Peter Houseman, Alan Hudson. He had cancer as well. Peter Osgood, he was 58 as well, I think, when he died. And recently, Peter Benetti, but he was 70. But it doesn't matter the age. I'm just saying we have so many great legends
yeah, we
die
did.
before.
Roberto Di Matteo, Roberto
Yeah,
Matteo, innit?
I do myself is alive. Deals.
Not
He's still
not
alive.
Yeah, of course.
not
Yeah,
Di Matteo still alive, bro.
yeah. Di Matteo is okay, thank God. you know, yeah, he's all right. But Ray Wilkins died young. So many, so many.
Wait,
I,
how old is Paul Calaville
Paul Carnival, God,
He's
now?
60. He's 60.
I'm 66, and if I'm 66, I was watching him when I was younger, so uh, he must be 70s, high 70s.
He looks
Yeah,
old.
yeah, he is. He's
I mean,
must
as in
be.
like he looks older than 70.
He must be nearly 80 then. I
That's
remember
what I'm saying.
I was about
He's
15
60
watching him.
years old. He's 60 years old right now.
Who?
Paul.
Paul
Paul
Calaville.
Carnival.
Yeah,
No, he's
Paul
what?
Cannibal is 60 years old.
He can't be 60. He can't be younger than me.
It says on Google
It
he's
says on
60.
Google.
Is he? So how come he's younger than I was watching him when I was young? Doesn't make sense. Hold on.
Wait,
Yeah. You sure, Deals?
Yeah, it says on Google that he's 60.
So I was watching him. It can't be because he was
how old were
playing.
you, Nick, when you watched him?
I must have been, maybe I was 20, maybe
Yeah, then
something.
he must have been 18 or 19 then.
He was young when he started. Yeah, he was young because he was our first black player.
Mm.
I can't remember exactly. Get confused with the ages. But yeah, maybe he is 60. Maybe, yeah, he must have been young when his debut. Bobby
He
will
looks
know.
he looks very old, man. I thought he was like
Bobby,
80 or 70.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
How old is Paul Cannavale, you think, now?
Oh, Cannaville should be. Oh
Because we
gosh, he's got to be in his 50s as well.
more than that, and then it must
He's
be
60
more.
years old. It says on Google, bro.
60, yeah?
60. Yeah, yeah, that
All right,
sounds
yeah.
about right. Yeah,
So I must have
he
been
was
about,
an 80s player, wasn't he? So yeah, it
yeah.
should be well into his
Yeah,
60s.
that's right. I was about 20 then. Yeah. Yeah. And he was young, don't forget, when he started with
Yeah.
us. Yeah, yeah. You're right, Deuce. Yeah. But just, yeah, let's go back to certified. Sorry. Yeah, carry on certified with what you were saying. Certify you there.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, yeah, carry on. Yeah, we all, paying our respects to Viali. We'd be doing it all through the show.
Mm.
And let's go to you. We were talking about the game last night. What's your take about the game last night?
Yeah.
Well,
I
yeah,
watched the game, and
yeah,
I think we had a positive first half. Do you get what I'm saying? And I can't lie, the way we set up it kind of shocked me in the way we were able
mm,
to let City not be effective in that first half. I mean, before this game and looking at the game, I was like, how are City not 2 or 3-0 up? Or how have they only had 2 attempts? Do you get
yeah,
what I'm saying? I mean, City were horrible in that second half. Do you know what I'm saying? It was all because of us. Do you get what I'm
First half.
saying?
You mean first half?
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
did say we need to be able to press, and we did that. Do you know what I'm saying?
we
This
did.
is
Yeah.
where I don't get where people say Cucurella was bad the whole game.
No, he was
But
No,
good,
he
because
man.
wasn't
that's what I'm
bad for the
saying.
whole game. He
I
was
know,
No,
he
but
was
no.
some
bad
people,
second half.
Some
some
people,
people, yeah,
yeah.
some people I know rated them 0 because of that
Oh God.
error.
No,
That's what I'm
man.
saying.
That's the only thing he
What
did
error?
wrong.
What error? What error?
Yeah.
What error
Zero,
did he
The
make?
zero.
goal, blood. The goal, bro.
What error did he make? Didn't he go after it?
The goal, bro. He left
The
Morez for
goal, you
dead,
know the
bro.
goal. He
Yeah, but
wasn't
He left
marking
Morez
Mahrez
for dead,
properly.
bro.
all right, it wasn't a big error. And Kepa should have
He
got to that.
made a no,
Yeah.
seriously. If you look at if you no, I don't I'm not gonna take
Yes,
that
he
he made an
did. He
error.
did. He
No,
did.
no, let me explain
See
to you why
why
I'm
he left
no, let me just
Morez for
explain
dead,
No,
why
but
it's
bro.
an
Kepa
error.
is
No,
more at fault
let
for
me
that
just
goal.
explain this.
Can't
Let me
lie.
just explain this. Let me just explain this.
It's Kepa's fault and
Let
Cucurella's
me
fault,
just
bro.
explain this, please. Let me explain why I'm saying so.
Yeah, go
Because,
ahead,
you know,
Ty. Yeah.
I'm trying to say that if you look at it, Kukure's position is like this. If you look back at the goal, if you look at the whole outcome, if you look at it, Kepa is going to be expected. You're gonna expect a goalkeeper to be going after that. So he's not going to be expecting the ball to go straight past him like that, and he has to defend. So he reacted as soon as he realized that Kepa did not go for the ball. If you rewatch the action, you realize that's the case. He had trust in Kepa to claim the ball, and he
Yeah,
didn't do that. He let the ball go up because he felt
exactly.
and because Kepa thought the ball was going to go out of play. And then
Yeah,
as soon as
that's what
Cucurella
happened.
I
realized that
can't
the
lie.
ball,
When Chilwell comes back, I want to see Chilwell start more than Cucurella. I'll be
so
real.
you're gonna have the exact same problem because Chilwell himself cannot defend him consistently.
That's what I'm saying.
Is it
Both of the
really?
So
left
I don't
backs. Let
get
me
it.
tell you this, Atai. What you're saying is right. And if you look at Cucurella's role for Brighton and Getafe, I've watched him both there. He has not been more of a defender. Do you get what I'm
Exactly.
saying? He doesn't defend as
Mhm.
much. He's normally there to attack. He's people. That's why I get confused when people say Cucurella's a bad attacker. He's not a bad attacker. It's just the way he's been playing in for other teams. There's more of an attacking assistance.
So how was he
Chelsea,
doing it for Tuchel then? Because he was that literally the
Chelsea,
first
we do
thing.
not attack as a team, and it's facts. Do you get what I'm saying? It's hesitant when we try to start counterattacks. I think we're the worst in building up counterattacks. It was horrible. I'm not talking about the game. I'm just talking about past games in general. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we played well today. Yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So my positives for today was that first half, the youngsters coming on, and what's it called? Basically, the whole of the first half we were perfect. Do you know what I'm saying? But there's a bit of negatives I want to point out in the game. For
Yeah,
me,
go ahead.
for me, this
Mm.
thing about Havertz was sensational. He wasn't. Let
He
me
was
tell you
okay
why.
though. He was good though, Certifier.
Yeah, off the ball.
I see him fighting more. Coming back, going forward. He
Yeah,
did.
Nick.
He was good, really.
Nick, that's
First
why.
half, especially.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
go.
why Havertz was third. This is why Havertz was third best on the pitch. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because of his work rate off the ball. Do you get what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
And
Yeah, yeah,
you can never credit that from him. But his decision making on the ball has frustrated me too much. Do you get what I'm saying? A
yes,
lot
I
of times,
know. Yeah,
Aubameyang, let me tell. A lot of times there were lots of runs to be made. Why did he have to run all the way back? And these passes had to be released, and
yeah,
those are passes that could actually get us to score. Do you
yeah.
get what
You're
I'm
right.
saying? I
I
mean,
know. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
he needs to stop it.
But I still, yeah, go on. I
He
still
needs to
think,
stop
yeah,
it. That's
yeah.
why I question why people say,
The
why was
only
he man
good,
of the match?
the only good thing was see with Havertz, he's stronger. He's not easy to push off anymore like he was before. If you remember last season when we started this season, it was so easy to push him off the ball. Now he looks stronger. For me, that's
Yeah,
what I like about him. Yeah, go on.
I realized that in that City game, but
Yeah,
other games I've not really seen. It
yeah.
depends who he comes up
Oh
against.
yeah,
Really.
for sure.
Yeah,
We remember not long ago we were saying how bad off form they were. Mount, Howard, Sterling, all the time. But he has you. Yesterday they all fought.
yeah, that's
That's
the
what I
thing.
was pleased because they fought for the badge.
Yeah, Nick,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. There's losing, there's not playing well, but also at the same time fighting and
yeah, yeah,
accepting. that you're not as good as
Sorry.
you're not that good, but at least you're still trying. That's what I respect from Havertz. Do you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He wasn't
exactly.
as good at creating chances,
Sorry,
creating
God.
the chances. So
Yeah, sorry,
he
it's
wasn't
me.
good at creating the chances, but let's be honest, he did try to look and scan the pitch, which I liked. And
Yeah.
if a team has got possession, he'll run
Oh
forward.
God.
And I
Yeah,
also like the way you
let
come
me
and drop
mute
deep.
myself. Yeah,
Yeah,
carry on, God.
yeah, I also like the way he dropped deep to collect the ball. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's just that final ball. He needs to work on that. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, he's had the problem was going on even the last 3 seasons. He's been doing that. I don't know. I think it's because he's inherited more of that striker role now, which means he's not going to be able to recreate the way he does. So, and for me, I don't know about you guys, but do you guys realize that Havertz is starting not to um gain more of the number 10 role? I think he's inheriting the striker role more now. Because if you look at him in Leverkusen, you can see how his movement on the ball is all different. Ever since we moved him into that striker position, I think he's using his trait as a 10. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, he's playing more of a striker. Do you know what I'm saying? Which is why I know I would normally prefer him to play up top because his movement up top is great. Do you know what I'm saying? And Aubameyang, he didn't play well. He didn't help the team with his movement. Like
Certified, he was invisible. So I'm
that's what
telling
I'm
you.
saying. I mean,
Yeah,
he
he
wasn't
was.
moving around the place.
Oh
He
God.
was he was playing a bit like Lukaku. I'm
If
not
he,
even joking.
we didn't,
Like,
it was like we had 10 men yesterday.
that's
Really,
what I'm saying.
you know.
And then
Yeah,
Ziyech and Havertz tried to pick a pass for him, and then he wasn't there, and he was still
no.
staying next to John Stones. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. And also, I'll do Aspilicueta as well wasn't good enough. Do you get what I'm saying? I mean, he's the reason why City put pressure on us in that second half, anyways, with the way Grealish was getting the ball off him. Do you get what I'm saying? I mean, and another thing I wanted to point out in that game is that the stupid passing out from the back and inviting pressure. Do you get what I'm saying? The amount of times I had to scream at that TV, boot it, boot it, boot it. And we kept losing the ball, losing the ball, losing the ball. When we play at the back, we'll try clear the ball, we'll invite more and more pressure. There was even a chance Kevin De Bruyne was horrible, man. I mean, he had lots of chances to score and he didn't. But there was this chance that he had where we gave the ball to him and somehow we missed it. Haaland, I think, was not great as well. All thanks to Thiago Silva, another person who should be contending for the man of the match. Do you get what I'm saying? Because hey, Haaland, I don't know where he is. I think he's still in his back pocket. Haaland's still in Silva's back pocket, bro. I'm telling you, Nick. I think you're trying to speak, but you're on mute.
Yeah, I was. It's all right. Carry on. Yeah, I was on mute. Because I had a back cough there. Yeah, you're right. You know what you're saying. You're absolutely right.
I'm telling you.
Aubameyang was nowhere.
Yeah, Thiago Silva
That
had. I'm
Silva,
telling
God.
you, he
Silva,
had Haaland. He had Haaland walking him like a dog,
he
bro.
didn't let Haaland get
Oh
near.
my days!
Silva is something else. I didn't mention him because every game he's one of our best players.
Exactly.
And we can't keep giving him man of the match. I had to give it to Zakaria.
Yeah,
But
Zakaria,
Chukwuemeka,
bro.
Zakaria, Havertz, Kovacic. Don't forget Kovacic. He was good.
Yeah,
They all were good, really.
exactly.
Yeah.
But do you think we have our N'Golo Kante replacement now in Zakaria? I'm not saying that's all we need for the midfield. We're obviously gonna get.
He's
We're obviously
getting
gonna get
better.
more.
It's better with
I mean,
JK.
Kante will
yeah.
still play, but I'm saying if
JK.
Kante gets injured in the future, yeah,
JK. I
yeah,
reckon
you'll do.
if you're saying about a Kante replacement, I think that Enzo kid's gonna be a Kante replacement because
Yeah,
we're
dude.
gonna get a DM in the summer, right? And I think it's gonna be Enzo that's the replacement.
Let's hope
Yeah,
so. Yeah.
but Enzo will be starting anyways. He will be starting with Kante. I'm just saying if Kante gets injured, you can put in a Zakaria because these men literally play the same, almost the same.
If
I'm not even joking.
Zakaria continues to play like he is, I will want him first choice.
You know
right
what
now.
DM I want,
Yeah.
JK? That Danilo from Brazil.
Danilo.
Yeah. He's a DM.
Really? Where did he where did he play? Which team?
Palmares.
Oh, Palmeiras.
Yeah.
On Arsenal having a look at they had a look at him, right?
No. Yeah, I know, but I want him at Chelsea, bro. He's a baller.
Yeah, I need to watch him. I need to see him, you know what I'm saying? Because these Brazilian talents are
Yeah,
bro.
we need Brazilian talent at Chelsea again. We need that
And
core
Yeah,
back
well,
again.
exactly.
we got Santos now, the young one.
Yeah, we got Andrew Santos.
Yeah, we
But
have, and we
yeah,
got Pulichai.
You know
Pulichai.
who reminds me of Ramirez? Kante.
N'Golo
Uh,
Kante. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he
true.
reminds me of
yeah,
Ramirez a
Yeah,
little bit.
a
yeah,
little bit,
yeah.
but yeah, a little bit. But Kante's unbelievable. Kante is something else. One of our best ever players in our
Yeah.
history as well. Another one.
Do you
Let,
know? Do you not know Rui Costa? Do you know him, Nick and Bobby?
who?
Rui Costa. Do you not know him?
Oh, Rui Costa.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
Rui
yeah,
Costa.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. Let's
yeah.
go.
Why is he being harsh on the Enzo deal? Do you reckon it's because of how he is? He knows how he doesn't want to sell his player to an
Do you
English
know
club on
deals?
serious money.
Deals.
Yeah,
Do you know we
Yeah,
didn't? You know we didn't even attempt to pay over 100 million. You know the bid that we made was 75 million euros, and they were not
yeah, I
happy.
know that because
Yeah,
Christopher Vale guy was over there doing the deal.
yeah. But does that give you a sign that we're not looking to overspend on one player? I'm just
No,
asking.
you know what it is. You know what it is, JK. It's because of
Yeah.
FFP, bro. He's watching FFP,
That's
and
what I'm
that's why
saying.
he's doing it.
This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying. I think the thing is this. At the same time, I'm worried, and at the same time, I'm not. It's because Boli. Let me tell you, Boli has a consortium that is worth like billions. They have we have each like if you look at who Boli brung, he brung that Swiss person. He
Yeah.
brung one of his workers from the 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 LA Dodgers, which are worth 12 billion. I think that net worth of just 12 billion. The what's it called? You know who's this guy? The Switzerland guy, the old man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, him.
The 86-year-old guy. I
Yeah,
forgot his
him. Do you
name.
know how much he's worth? You know he's worth the same as the Glazers. Go check, go research it. And it said he was on the Chelsea, you know, the Chelsea fifth stand. If you go back to their old news articles, they were talking about
Nick, you're
all these
mute. Nick,
consortiums.
you're mute.
You're on mute, Nick.
yeah, yeah. Carry on. Yeah. I was on mute.
Yeah. So like just to not sound fake, I'm not. Because if you look at it, when when the club announced Todd Bowley's consortium bought the club, they show you the consortiums that are involved with bowling. And
Yeah,
I saw there were about seven, I think. They said about there was about seven. Um it includes this Switzerland guy, some other workers that work with him in LA Dodgers. And you know, each consortium, each of them, you know, they're all worth like billions. I'm not even joking. Each of them are worth billions. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why we can use some of the money to pay up the debt, even top bodies money to pay up the debt for financial fair play. Because I'm not even joking. Chelsea are very rich right now. I'm not even joking. Bowley has made this club very rich. Do you get what I'm saying? I mean, we even bought the club debt through thanks to Roman. He wrote off all the debts because he loves the club. Do you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
yeah, like if
yeah.
FFP comes towards us, I think we can. Are you able to bail?
I think you can still.
Can
Man
you?
City done it a few times. I think Man
I
City
think
done
Man
it a few
City did it.
times.
Yeah, and there
They
was a
done it a few
season
times
where I
still.
think champions they were supposed to get kicked out of the Champions League, Man City, and they also paid for that to bail as well. Do you remember deals?
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah,
There's a campaign against Chelsea. Yeah, we all know there's a campaign against Chelsea with all that stuff.
there is.
Yeah, because
There is.
they didn't do nothing to Man City.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, Man City, they've been spending. Remember that season where they brought in the 17-18 when they brought in Danilo, they brought in Leroy Sané. Who else did they bring in? They brought in Bernardo Silva. Who
Yeah.
else? They bought Benjamin Mendy. I'm telling you, it was over 200 million.
Yeah,
It was a
and
lot
what's
of
that?
players.
The goalkeeper. What's the
They
goalkeeper?
got Edison. They bought him as
No,
well.
no, they bought another goalkeeper for Edison. What's his name?
Bravo.
The one from Barcelona.
Oh, what's his name?
Because I remember they had to change Joe Hart because Pep changed Joe Hart in it.
You sure it was a Bravo?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Bravo,
Cardio
yeah.
Bravo. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. The
Yeah.
way City spent was mad, and then no
Was
FFP came upon them. But apparently they paid they paid the money. They were able to pay the money to bail it on them. You know what I'm saying? But Chelsea, if it comes upon us, I think we'll do that. But Bowley is not looking for FFP to come upon us, as he said in his interview. He
yeah.
wants he wants to be careful. Wants to make sure he's careful of the FFP
That's,
rules
yeah. He
and
should.
everything. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
He knows
That's
what he's
why.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why Christopher Vale he went to Enzo, and then he didn't even pay over 100. He paid about 75 million euros, which I think that's approximately 68 million pounds. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just cheap. They're not gonna accept that money. We all
Yeah.
know that.
Probably Benfica want everything in one lump sum.
That's what
We
I'm
can't do
saying.
that because we need other players. That's the problem. They want
You know what
100.
they'll probably do? Play probably 90 in cash and then
Yeah, but I
in
think
installments they do the rest.
I think Chelsea already offered that, and they still say they want it in one lump sum. They want 106 million, cash. That's the problem at the moment.
Plus add-ons, which is
Yes,
20
yeah.
million.
So it's Bowley has to think really careful
Yeah, Nick,
because
this is why I said, the players in January,
yeah,
that we're saying, the
yeah,
Garbadals, the Enzos, the
it's gonna be hard. Yeah.
the Modric, every player, Declan Rice, no club is willing to let them go mid-season. Let's be honest.
No, that's what
West
we.
Ham,
Yeah,
Let
yeah,
go
Bobby
on.
talk about the game yesterday.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Let's Bobby.
yeah. I
Let's
just
go
wanted
to
to
Bobby.
finish.
Yeah, go on then. Yeah,
I'm gonna be quick.
yeah.
That's what
All
I'm
right.
saying.
Yeah.
They're not gonna want their players to leave mid-season,
Hmm.
especially West Ham with Rice. With the way they're going, they could get relegated. So that's why I said I'm not saying raw talent, but let's look at well improved players in their prime and like Premier League proven, not Premier League proven, but Prem quality players that are at least 25, 22, like from leagues probably, as you said, deals Brazilian league, Portuguese league, or the Spanish La Liga, French, at least one of those leagues to bring here just to like for a good price. Let's just spend less in January, but we can get in players. But let's make sure we're
Hmm.
careful of the price, because like bro,
That's a
our
problem.
owners are very serious on breaking financial fair play. They don't want to break. I think the summer is when we can get those players like Enzo. Say you want
Maybe
Declan Rice.
it looks that way. Let's see. It's still early in January. We still have a chance. We're still in talks. Maybe somehow they can persuade Benfica. If Christopher Vivero, he's a great sporting director, he might do something. Let's hope. We cannot, you never know. But let's go to Bobby. We hadn't heard from Bobby for a while. What's your take on the game, Bobby, last night?
Yeah, you know me, I don't tolerate, not winning, to be honest. But
Oh
to be
no.
fair, yesterday was one game that we lost, and though I don't like the position we're in, we're 10th, we're closer to the bottom than the top,
Mm.
and we really desperately need to start winning. But in terms of the project and the transition, I was happy with what I saw. There's perspective. We have 10 players out injured.
Mm.
By any stretch of the imagination, that's a challenge. So it's difficult to really judge Potter under such circumstances. However, it also gave us the opportunity to use players in place of some of the players that we had that were underperforming. I was personally quite happy to see the back of uh, uh, what's his
Sterling.
name? Sterling. You know,
Yeah,
I don't think he's doing
think
well at all. And
yeah, yeah, go
Jorginho was kept firmly on the bench where he belongs.
yeah,
And
yeah,
you know, we Kovacic proved how important he is to us in the midfield. He doesn't provide us anything in the final third, but what he does within the midfield, ball retention, ball progression, is extraordinary. But for me, the revelation of last night were twofold. That was Zakaria and Chukwemeka. Zakaria personally has stamped his place in the Chelsea midfield, as far as I'm concerned. Pay the money for him. 27 million, is it? Maximum. Absolute steal. Time down. You know, we're rebuilding the midfield and he has to be part of that rebuild. You know, and that doesn't mean to say get him and flog him, play him every single week until he's injured, because I think he's prone to an injury or two, but he's getting fit. You can see what he can do defensively, offensively, in the middle of the park. He was an absolute diamond there,
he
working
was.
alongside Kovacic. Two men actually held their own until um, City came and flooded the midfield, and Potter wasn't quick enough to respond and flood
Yeah,
it likewise, because I
exactly.
personally felt he should have put Lewis Hall in there and taken off Aubameyang, who was useless.
Yes,
Look, it was a good game for us.
good performance.
Yeah,
Be better than
Hutchinson.
we. Yeah, go on, sorry.
So Mari Hutchinson came on. Thing is, with us now, we need a lot of focus on physicality. Yes, Amari came on. He's the kind of player that needs physical players around him. But, the big lesson from last night, look at Man City, all of them big,
Mm,
strong, athletic, technically good. None of them riding around the floor. Chelsea players, some of them all riding around the floor until the two major culprits came out. Then we stood strong like men, toe to toe
mm,
with them and fought. I like the fight of Cucurella. I guess you could say Silva and Koulibaly had quiet games, and that means that they weren't really doing anything wrong.
yeah,
To be able to be offensive, there was a time in the second half, City sort of took over, but then we came back at them, and I think it was a performance to be satisfied with, something we can build on with the influx of more players. I see Badia Shao training today, Slonina training today. That can only be good. And
yeah,
if one of them or either of them can get a run out on Sunday against Man City, I wouldn't say no to that, to be honest, because we've got nothing to lose. Put these youngsters in, put these new players in, start the project now. Go for it against City. You never know. One thing that I've said right from the beginning, City is beatable. That team is beatable. They're a very, very good side, but they are very beatable. And if we play our game and we have our players, we can beat them. And I
yeah.
believe on Sunday, even with the youngsters, don't be afraid. Go for it. We can beat them. We have no choice. But if we go into that game all timid and weak-minded and physically weak, you stand no chance. But go there, put strength in midfield, strength in various parts of the park, and go for
Mm.
it. I think we can beat them.
We can, and if they can only look at the last night's performance, these players of ours, and they know they can beat City.
Yeah.
We could have won that game last night. We were so close. It could have been 1-0, 2-0 at half time, but it
It
wasn't meant
just
to
shows,
be.
Chelsea's
Yes,
not
yeah.
far away, are they, really? It's
No,
just
not really.
the right
It's
number of
yeah,
players, injuries back, and we're back in business.
yeah. We have a whole team of injuries. 11 players injured. If you count them all, it's 11. It's another team. It's unbelievable right now. But like you said, we can go and beat them, and it's massive to go and beat City to get through that round, because that's the only realistic trophy we can go for. So if we come out of that as well, we have the Champions League, yes, but that won't be easy to go out there and win it again. Things are hard. But all I want to see is fight, passion fight, like I saw last night. And if we lose, we lose. Because I'm not expecting too much from Potter this season. So I just want to see our players fight. And the youngsters, they showed when they came on, I was really, really pleased. Really made me happy. Even if we lost the game, because it was good to see them.
Honestly,
like you said,
Zakaria Kani Chukwumeka. Oh my gosh!
he was great.
Yeah,
Zakaria is getting better and better for me. That's why I gave him man of the match in the end. For me, he was very
even
close.
Ziyech played well.
Ziyech, yeah, that's what I was going to say. No one's mentioned Ziyech again. Ziyech, good. He's the only player we have. First half, yeah. First half.
Second half was shaky. Give the ball away, and then he was.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ty. There, yeah. But he was good. He was the one who can cross from get a proper corner. He can cross the ball properly. When do we see that with other players? That's the thing. John is here. Welcome, John, as well.
Hi, sorry, I'm so confused. I thought 35 was having a space and you're having a stand, and
no,
certified that's happening tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I thought it was 8:05 this evening. I replied to.
Sorry about that. It's tomorrow 6:30. And for everyone on the panel, I'm doing a space at 6:30.
Yeah,
I'm only pulling your leg. That's fine.
Yeah, John knows what's going on. John, let's go straight to you. We go back to our great legend Vialli. I want to hear your thoughts on our great legend.
Look, I was a great Vialli fan. I went to Stamford Bridge last night in my 1998 European Cup Winners' Cup baseball cap, the win in Stockholm.
I didn't see.
I put in my own tweet. I mentioned Old Trafford, Tromsø, Stockholm, and there were others. He was the home win against Liverpool 4-2. Just a bit of context. I went to the first leg of a League Cup semi-final at the old Highbury. Arsenal were winning 2-0. Hullet was player manager, and the Chelsea players had stopped playing for him. It was quite obvious. Hullet was also in a great tussle with the then owner Bates over wanting £1 million netto as payment for being manager. God, 1 million is small change these days. But the players had down tools at Highbury, and Mark Hughes came on fairly late in the game, got Chelsea a goal amazingly, so we only lost 2-1. Yeah. I wasn't in the country for Vialli's first game. Is confirmed on the website tonight. Chelsea won the second leg and went on to the League Cup final. Vialli's first game. Chelsea won that second leg, Vialli's first game. Confirmed on the website tonight if you read their appreciation of him. And he gave the players a glass of champagne before the game. And it was a great win over Arsenal. Obviously went on to win the European Cup Winners' Cup, the FA Cup. I think the last team to win the FA Cup, I'm sure it was the last team to win the FA Cup at the old Wembley.
Yeah.
Often forgotten. And I've been trying to look for on YouTube. I can't find it. Nick, you'll remember this day. Yeah. I think it was October 98. We were beating Arsenal at home 3-0.
Yes.
And the heavens opened. You've never seen such a downpour in your life. And we managed to lose the game. Kanu scored a hat-trick.
Yeah, I was there. God, 5-3.
In the last 15 minutes of the game. Yeah. What the hell Kepa was doing last night for the Man City goal, God alone knows. But that, if anyone wants to watch that YouTube game,
you should go back and watch it.
Ed De Hoy, the Chelsea goalkeeper, for the second or third goal, he somehow manages to find himself over by the bloody corner flag for
Yeah,
reasons best known to
God.
himself. But I've been trying
Yeah.
to find the Vialli interview after the game, and it was the most gracious, measured interview you'll ever see. He
for
said
sure.
to Chelsea fans, "Look, these things happen. That's why we play football. Happens once every 10 years, and so on and so forth, and all the rest of it." And I'll mention just two other games very, very quickly, Nick, if I may.
Yeah, go.
We went to, was it under Vialli? We went to the Champions League for the first time in ages. Was that under Vialli?
Yes, it was.
And we beat Barcelona at Stamford Bridge 3-1. We were 3-0 up within a sort of nanoseconds of the game starting. It was extraordinary. To go back to the 4-2 Liverpool game, that was a three-sided Stamford Bridge, whilst they were building the West End. Wow, what an atmosphere! What an atmosphere! 2-0 down against Liverpool at half time. Hullet of course, we went on to win the FA Cup in '97 under Hullet. Mark Hughes came on, changed the game. Vialli got 2 goals, beat them 4-2. Absolutely sensational. The song, the Dennis Wise song, about scoring in Milan. Well, of course, I think it was the quarterfinals. We played Barcelona. We won 3-1 down here. Figo passed the ball to Rivaldo, or Rivaldo passed the ball to Figo to make it 3-1. We were 3-1 down. I went to the game in Barcelona. We were 3-1 down after 90 minutes. It was all square after 3 hours of football. Babarayu gave away a penalty, sent off at 4-1. Chelsea chasing the game, ended up losing 5-1. So great memories of Gianluca Vialli. I tried to find it on my phone. I can't. If
it's on YouTube.
Go on. You have to let me finish, Nick. Michael Dubry has written a wonderful appreciation of him. I think it's in the form of a poem, but it reads really, really well. So I don't know how many of you are au fait with pancreatic cancer. That awful, I always call it an awful public cancer advert. You know that line in it where it says, "Together we can beat cancer." You see Vialli going at 58, pancreatic cancer. I think a survival rate of only 30%, maybe slightly higher, to 5 years. It's a real killer. That line in that advert, "Together we can beat cancer," it seems to be a couple of goals ahead at the moment, unfortunately. 58 is no age. Those of you that haven't seen the appreciation of him on the Chelsea website, I think the very first thing is a quote from him, actually speaking, saying how much he loved Chelsea Football Club.
Yes.
Yeah, and he died quite young as well, like
58. So great. Sorry, I got way later. So great loss. If you haven't seen the appreciation on the website, do have a look. Champions League winner, a great player for Italy, wonderful. Graham Souness, hard man of football, in tears today.
Yes.
So great loss.
Unbelievable player, legend, icon he was for us.
Icon, yeah, I'd say.
Icon, I will give him that status because he was unbelievable. Yeah,
well said, John. Well said,
John. Unbelievable.
Well said, man.
Anyone else to, we want to, dedicate this show to.
If you, I'm an East Stand ticket holder. If you ever, 2 or 3 times, the press are right at the very back of the top 2 of the East Stand. Vialli did a lot of work in the last few years for Italian TV and all that. Whenever he went up those stairs, he would always say hello to people. He was such a good guy, one of the good guys, decent, and so on. So there we go.
He was.
Yeah, great words, John. Yeah, I said, before you come on, I was talking a lot about the great legend, before you come on. I was at that game. I'll never forget. I was that 5-3 loss with Arsenal. never forget it in my life because I had my son with me. He was young. He was about 11 then. And I never forgot. I thought we're going to win this 3-0 up. It was unbelievable. 3-0 up and we're going to lose 5-3. Yeah, I'll never forget. But I'll never forget what Vialli, said after. He's unbelievable, the guy. And he loved, he loved us fans. And he plays, more. He put his heart more, so much, for that badge. He loves Chelsea. He loved us, and that's why we love him so much. Yeah, Bobby. You want to say other words about what we were talking about?
I've said a lot. I'm so grateful to fans like John for it touches me when I know that fans that I've not yet met in person feel exactly the same way. Luca was a good guy. He was one of those guys that everybody liked. He was a likable person. He showed respect to everybody. He loved Chelsea.
Yeah,
he loved Chelsea. You can't fake that. It's like Roman. The way he was about Chelsea. You don't fake that love for Chelsea.
No.
Season ticket holder after he'd finished playing, come to games. Yeah, he did his pundit work and that. But Luca did it because he loved to do it, and
for sure.
It hurt me, this one. I felt it. I felt it because that whole 90s team, I was very much in and around the bridge around those days. I knew a lot of them. And although I must say, as I've said earlier, Luca was as good as he was one of those that I didn't really get close to, through no fault of his or no fault of mine. Just circumstances didn't bring us that close. I would see him. Zola, it's gonna look. I'm telling you today, a lot of that generation of players, fans are going to be hurting. We are.
It's very sad. I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't know it was going to happen so soon, at a young age, like 58.
58,
really,
nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, John. My dad, I was mentioning, my dad died 59, same illness, like this cancer, what we only had. He was 59, just. I know what he's like. It just makes you, it deteriorates the human being, I don't want to get.
He'd beaten it once, hadn't he?
Yeah.
He was in remission once, and the bugger came. Forgive my French. I think the bastard just came back.
Yes, John. Yeah, he got it in 2017. That's when they first found out. Then 2021, they confirmed it was this cancer, and that's why he's gone now. But what a legend, what a man. I'm sure, the next home game is going to be special. It's going to be about Vialli.
Well, I was at Stamford Bridge last night, and whatever else went on last night, the appreciation for Pele before the game was fantastic.
Yeah, I was there, John. I was right in the east at the family section, near next to Graham Potter, and that silly little short assistant of his. God, Dama and Dama, I'll call him. Really?
He does that, bloke.
Because they don't do nothing. All I could see was Pep. Let's go back into the game now. All I could see was Pep, calling De Bruyne over. You were there. Then calling some Stones come. I'm going to, he was giving out instructions because we were on top. And it didn't take long for City. Second half, we couldn't get the ball. And what does Potter do? Just talking with Mr. Dumb, God.
I was saying that to.
The guy I went with, Gary, is a very old. Oh God, he must be, but he's fit. This guy, Gary is his name. He's a season ticket holder.
Right.
Well, we sat because he's the one who gave me. He had a spare one, and he gave it to me. And he's must be nearly 80. This guy. one of the he's been going to the since early 60s up to now. You know, he's like you, John. I don't know how old you are, but I had him
34.
next week. How are you? How old are you?
34.
Oh, you're young then. You're only young. Funny.
I'm any age you want me to. I'm like a Hollywood rock star. Me, I'm
Yeah, I
any
was
age.
gonna say, you remember
Any age I want to be.
I was telling you, come to the Butcher's pub, that other game we had before against Wolves, I think. But yeah, I don't know, we didn't see each other, but we were there. One day we're gonna meet. Yeah, so yeah, it was, you know, it's not just me, all the fans there. I don't know about up there where you were, but they were talking about that assistant a lot. Him and Potter, you know, absolutely doing nothing to, you know, to make a change, stop City, you know, having the ball for how long did they have it in that second half when we started? You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, go on.
Same. I kept a keen eye on Potter, and do you know what? That whole what do they call it? The manager's area or the coach's area. That he just goes missing for periods, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Now, I don't want Potter sacked. I want him to be given a fair chance. But I think I've said it before, he needs to improve his PR. He needs to improve his PR. Now, again, in fairness to Potter, there was a plan last night and there was a system and it worked for a large part of the game. So he's not having any influence on the game. I mean, how do you legislate for what Aritza Balaga did? I looked at the goal when I got home. Don't always get a fantastic view. Although I've got a good view, you know, you want to see it replayed again.
I saw it replayed as well.
What the hell was he doing?
He had to get that cross.
He was in the centre of the goal. He was under no pressure. The ball wasn't going anywhere near any byline. What the hell was he doing? Exactly. And that bloody Mahrez bloke, he always plays well against us.
He does. Always plays well. Always scores against us as well.
What was Kepa doing?
Yeah, I don't know how
he was the bloke doing.
He didn't put his arm. He went to put it out, then he put it in. You know, you know, unbelievable, like you said it. And people were blaming Cucurella for the goal. No, Cucurella.
What did he have to do with the goal?
They were blaming him, Cucurella, especially that, like Bobby said, Jamie Carragher on Sky Sports.
I wouldn't believe a word he says. That
no, I don't like him. You know what I think of him. God. Yeah.
Did you guys see? Yeah, I was listening to Carragher after the game, and he was like, he cannot defend. And then Hasselbank had to outsmart him, and that's where he started to stutter. Because, like, bro, he looked at it again. The guy was literally just slandering Cucurella. It was like, oh, this guy can't defend. You know, you should be tracking your man and scanning the pitch and this and that. But then he didn't really look at it. For me, I blame Kepa more because the ball wasn't really fast, and he was able to block that from the hitting Mahrez. Let's be honest, Kepa.
Yeah, it was Kepa's fault, so no one else's.
Nick, I don't know. In the game, we said it looked as if Kepa, there live, it thought Kepa made an error. What was he bloody well doing?
During when I was watching it, you know, we can't see close up, but he didn't, you know, I didn't know. He looked a bit funny, that goal. I thought the defense got it wrong and all that. But when you watch it replay, when I come home, I watched the whole game again. And you can see he should have put his arm out.
Yeah.
Kept it out. But he put it in.
Right. You know? Anyway, it's done now.
Yeah, anyway.
But, you know, it was a good performance. There's a lot of Chelsea fans criticising bringing on Aubameyang. I understand perfectly bringing on Aubameyang. Playing Manchester City, you want an experienced player. He's not a centre forward that can play with his back to the goal. He is a fox in the box, isn't he?
Yeah.
You put him in between the penalty area and the 6-yard box. That's his territory. No further out than that. I thought Chelsea did well. I was very pleased with the youngsters. Whatever. I don't understand why Conor Gallagher gets such grief from some Chelsea fans.
Yeah, nor do I. He had a
But
great game for me. He always,
came on. That
and he
lad came on,
yeah,
and he made a very public statement to any Chelsea players that weren't trying. He
yeah.
ran round like a blue ass fly, didn't he? And
You
I
saw,
thought, good for
we
you.
appreciate him at the Brie. We were singing his name because he deserves it. But me, I don't understand some people who hate
I-
Gallagher. You know,
I
I don't understand them. There's not many, I don't think, but the few, the reason they should go and support Tottenham, really. But yeah,
I thought he did.
Gallagher, every time I watch him, especially live when I'm there, he gives 110%. He tries, he fights for that badge, like the rest of them did, except Young, like I think. But the whole team were fighting for the badge, which we haven't seen. That's what I liked about the performance.
Youngsters, Chukwuemeka did fantastically well from the moment he set on the pitch. One of the difficulties of throwing in a load of youngsters, I think, was shown with Amari Hutchinson.
Exactly.
Did fantastically well, but he looked like a schoolboy, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what I said before you come on.
He
looks
looked
like a
10-year-old.
10-year-old, not 14. But he's good. He's going to be great. But
yeah,
he's only 18,
you
know. But
the one there's a
yeah. Go on. Sorry. Go on, John. John, I lost you for a bit there. Yeah, Deals, you've been very quiet. I'm gonna. What's your thought? You said about the game, Deals.
Yeah, I thought we started off very well. First half, we was passing the ball around well. I think off the ball, we need to improve a little bit.
Yeah.
Because every time City was on the ball, in the midfield, I thought Rodri played very well for them. He was passing the ball well for them.
Yeah.
And then I reckon Zakaria, Cover, they played very well in the midfield. I like the partnership there. Well done to Potter analysing to bench Jorginho, because I never thought he was going to bench Jorginho.
Yeah, he did. But you know, the good. Sorry, John. The good thing about Jorginho, John will. I think he saw it. At the end of the game, Jorginho came out with his tracksuit on, applauded the fans as he always does.
Yeah,
that's
he
what
loves
I like
Chelsea. Jorginho loves Chelsea.
Yes, that's what I like.
Jorginho.
That's why I love the guy, because he loves us, like Vialli did. He loves Chelsea and the fans.
I can admit though, but I can admit.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I watched the game as well, attacking wise, I do realize that we missed Mason Mount. Let's be honest. I think the pace in the 10 wasn't really there, because Havertz is not really a fast player to play. I think Mason Mount, if he had played, I think we would have seen more balls being sprayed to the front.
Another thing as well, Nick. Yeah, I think we played well the first half and the second half, but I think some individuals played well the first half, and then some of them dropped down form second half.
Yeah, there's that as well. Like, I don't know.
They didn't drop out. They didn't drop down. It was City, Pep. Changed it. You could see, they changed it. They brought in other players.
I think what John said about Gallagher was correct. Still,
of course he is.
He came on with energy. In that midfield, supplied Carney to do a well job as well. Amari Hutchinson, I still think he's a little bit raw. I still think he's a little bit raw.
Yeah, he's very raw at the moment. Like, as John said, bro, when he came on, he did look like a schoolboy. I mean, very, very small. I mean, like...
Yeah, he's thin. He looks young. He looks real... He is young, but he looks so... When you're really close, I was so close to him, and, I could talk to him, even, where I was on the front, right at the front row.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
no,
like you were against Bournemouth.
I think the family stand needs to get his credit on, I think, one of the stands in Stamford Bridge, because, bro,
the only thing I don't like about that low, first row, surface, the pitch, you can't see it straight. You know what I mean? Because
I don't like sitting high in the stadium.
I like to be in the middle.
I like sitting high in the stadium. If I want to see the game tactically, No, if I want to see the game tactically, then I'll sit high. Like, for example, like, you know, when I watched Madrid, I was in the East Upper Stand, you know what I'm saying? Basically where John sits. And I was able to see the game tactically. And yes, we got overrun in that midfield. And I knew that because I just saw the way, I just saw the pitch, the whole pitch properly. You know what I'm saying? You see Jorginho there and Kante, you know what I'm saying? But like, that's when I knew.
I used to love the West Ham middle tire. That's why I used to always sit in the West Ham middle. But now they made it the West Stand middle. Now it's Westview. They changed it, made it Westview, which is ridiculous money. That's where I used to sit, certified. West Ham middle, right in the middle tire, right at the front, and I saw the whole picture. Like where Roman used to be. I was near him when he used to stand there, you know, in his box.
Yeah, fair play to the likes of Koulibaly last night, because having had a horror show on Sunday, I thought he was excellent last night. He was really good.
Yeah. Didn't put a foot wrong last night.
No.
We were solid.
I think Aspie kept Foden quiet. But the thing is, when they brought on Grealish, like you said, Nick, I think Aspie lacked a little bit of quality when Grealish came on.
Wait, dudes, Foden was playing.
Yeah, Foden was playing.
Didn't you even know?
Yeah, no, Foden
kept him quiet, bro.
Aspie put him in his back pocket, you know, carried him up.
I didn't even know.
He done the same thing. You know what, JK? He done the same thing to Martinelli when Arsenal came to our ground. Aspie kept him quiet, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Aspie, you know, that's why, you know, we say his legs are tired and everything, but his experience, you know, gets him through the games. He's unbelievable. Aspie always has been.
Aspie's not bad at defending. In my opinion, is the attacking. For me, it's just that
he's getting on. He ain't got the legs. You
that's
know,
the problem. That's why I feel.
I swear, Koulibaly's position got changed to left centre back, and Silva was right centre back.
Yeah,
I think they did change it a bit.
Yeah, they changed it.
You're right there.
And that's why I say, if we're going to play this 4 at the back with Aspilicueta, that's why the 4 at the back should change to a 3, and we have Cucurella going up to attack. Do you get what I'm saying? But then. Yeah, that's what I suggested, because Aspilicueta can't really go forward. I think he's best when he just stays at the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, Zachariah was excellent, wasn't he? I thought he had a really good game.
Yeah, my man of the match. Yeah. He's my man of the match. I think.
Yeah, no.
He controls that midfield, bro.
Like, bro. Who's your man of the match, certified?
Zachariah.
Yeah, that's what I said. Zachariah was really good. Unbelievable. I gave it to him. I mean, Kowa was great. Havertz was great. But I gave it to Zachariah. Chukwuemeka was great as well. Don't get me wrong. But, let's go to Bobby. I want to ask you this question now. Right, the game's coming up for us, Bobby. We got, as you know, Sunday, big one, 4:30 p.m. kickoff. FA Cup, 3rd round. Yeah, and then we have... We got on Thursday, the 12th of January, Thursday, 8 o'clock kickoff, we go to Fulham. Then on the following Sunday, on the 15th, how many games do we have to play? Close. We have Chelsea up against Palace at home. Then the last one on the 21st of January, I'm talking about this month, we have Liverpool at Liverpool. So, you know, these 4 games coming up could make or break our season. What do you think about these games, Bobby?
Well, I think the only thing we can do is take one game at a time.
Yeah.
The injuries will determine a lot, but I think the sort of injuries Chelsea have are not things that will return quickly. And even if they return, they are going to need time to get back to sort of match fitness. So forget about them. The focus has to be on the youngsters.
Yep.
And we have to use the young players, physically strong because physicality is an issue, and we have to. If I don't know what's going on with Detro Fofana, but I would try him.
Yeah, he's
Um,
there. He's training with the team.
well, if he's training,
Yeah,
depending on how well he does, I will try
yeah,
him because
yeah.
we need to score
But the
goals.
problem is, what you think about City in the cup? Would you
City,
go? Would you go with the same team like last night
yeah,
to
City
start?
in the cup. We have to build on what we did last night.
Yeah,
I think what we have to do extra is to be more compact in midfield and be fearless. We have nothing to fear. We go toe to toe with them.
yeah,
Um, we remember the days when Chelsea won the league, that defining game away at Blackburn, when is it McQuaina broke Robin's metatarsal,
yeah,
and we had a battle there. We went to war there, and in the end, we outfought them and beat them 1-0
yeah,
when the players threw their shirts into the crowd and so
yeah.
on.
Never
That is the
forget. I
Chelsea I
will
want to
remember.
see.
Yeah, that's what we
Fighters,
all. Yeah, exactly.
fighters. We have no
You know what?
choice.
You know what? If we manage to knock City out, I think we can go on the next 3 games and go and win them. That will give us the confidence back.
Well,
Just knock him. Not enough. It's good to get through, but it will give these players confidence for Fulham, Palace, and Liverpool.
well,
We can these 4 games. Last games in this month could make or break our season. Because if we lose them all, we could be really looking really bad downwards.
I think if we lose to Crystal
Yeah.
Palace and Fulham, like I think Bowley could sack him.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about sacking right now, but I just hope that they get, if they can do a play like they did in the first half last night again, against City again, we can go and beat them, knock them out.
Nick,
I think we
Yeah.
can beat City.
Nick,
Yeah,
I
so
think we
that's
can.
what I'm saying.
City is
Yeah,
beatable. They'll give
C
you a
is very
game,
people.
but they're beatable. We have to go there ready to fight, fearless.
yeah,
Put these young lads in that want to do well, and we will do well. I would give Hakim Ziyech a run of games now that uh, Sterling is out injured. I think the injury might even help Sterling because a little rest might bring him back to
I bring him
form.
to life.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with Mason Mount. I don't think we missed him at all yesterday.
No, it
At
showed
all.
how different we were
Yeah.
yesterday
But for
without
me,
Sterling and Mason Mount.
yeah, I know I criticize Mason Mount, but for me,
Yeah,
it depends where you really play Mason Mount. Really, like I think Mason Mount is best in the 10. Do you know what I'm saying? For me, he would have been more quicker going forward than Havertz. I know it was unfortunate since because like you weren't expecting Raheem Sterling to go down in 2 minutes, or Pulisic to come off injured. You know what I'm saying? Because those are 2 early injuries. But like for me, I do feel Mason Mount would have at least sprayed those passes quicker, um gone a bit forward more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Havertz didn't, but I do think Havertz was kind of a bit slow in continuing the build up play. He kept moving back and it frustrated me. You know what I'm saying? I would have
yes,
had
yeah.
yeah, I would
The
have had
second,
if Mason Mount was available, I would have had Havertz playing as the 9 because he's good he's becoming that striker now. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Havertz, I know, but he has his days where defenders can just pocket him. But I wanted to say this about the City game. Was it not my turn? It's not my turn next,
yeah.
isn't it?
No, go ahead. Yeah,
About the City game on Sunday, for me,
yeah,
we did play well yesterday, but for me, I think in the final third is where we destroyed it really because our decision making in the final third was horrible, and I do like to see us create more chances in the midfield more through the midfield instead of passing it to the wing backs. That's why we have to force Aspilicueta going up. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, like I mean, like, obvious, like, for real, like, I think it depends what happens. So in
Yeah,
that final third, I do think we have to be better. Like,
yeah,
even in the decision making, that's when we can beat City. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, if we find a runner, we have to make sure we scan that box. Because I know for a fact these players, they play football with their heads down. Do you know what I'm saying? I
yeah.
mean,
I could see it yesterday. Some
you
of
can
them,
clearly
you know.
see they
Yeah,
play football
yeah,
with their heads
trust.
down. They don't scan the
Yeah,
pitch. We
yeah.
need more of
We need
we need more to pressure that City back line. You know what I'm saying? So
for
that's what I
sure.
have to say.
Yeah, you're right, Certify. I saw it yesterday, John. You must have seen it. A lot of our players, you know, they have the ball, they're on the ball, but they're looking downwards instead of, like Certify said, across the pitch.
Yeah, listen, Nick,
Yeah,
look, whatever
yeah,
positives there were about last night, and there were positives,
yeah,
let's not be in any doubt as to what that game was last night, and that was glorious defeat. We don't
yeah.
want glorious defeat.
No,
We want
that's
to see, we want to see, if only
Absolutely.
incremental, we want to see improvement week on week. And Potter, whether with his little podgy friend next to him or
oh
not,
God, yeah.
what I don't know what he does, that bloke. I don't know
Oh
what he does.
God, I don't know. Do I
Maybe
look?
maybe he's the masseur or something. Who knows what he is? Or maybe he just got into the
He does.
ground
He
without a
looks
ticket.
dumb. It looks to me dumber and dumber. That's what they look to me.
Yeah,
Really.
you see, Anthony Barry is interesting because he's still very active on the touchline, isn't he?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
if I were advising Graham Potter, I'm sure he's a very decent bloke and all the rest of it. If
yeah.
I don't fold your bloody arms,
That's what he does. He stands there like this.
such an or you
It
wouldn't
doesn't,
expect
you
you
know,
wouldn't expect a teacher to do
not
it, a
like that.
lecturer
It
to do
looks,
it, a
it looks
doctor
like
to
a
do it.
teacher. Yeah.
Yeah, don't.
God,
It's
man.
such. Oh,
It gets me annoyed watching him like that.
but he
And
may
then
have
he
fallen upon
disappears.
something.
Then
He
he
may have
suddenly,
fallen.
yeah, go on.
No, go on, go on.
No, I said then he disappears, sits down for about half an hour. Then he thinks, oh, I better get up. Then he
Yeah.
gets up. Then Dama comes across, and they start talking.
How many
That's how he
sugars?
looks. You know, I could laugh. The guy next to me. All the fans with me yesterday were saying the same. What are
Yeah,
these two doing? Look at
yeah.
them, you know. And Pep was there, giving instructions to go and win the game. Well, him and Dama didn't have a clue.
Well, he's. I mean,
Yeah, God.
in fairness, though, I
Oh,
mean, Guardiola is master of all he perceives, he sees, isn't he?
yeah.
He's in
Oh
total
my God.
control of that side.
But at least
But
he
he may
made
have
us.
fallen upon something, Chukwemeka. And the great thing about Chukwemeka was he went forward. He
Yes,
attacked their midfield. He attacked their back four,
that's
and
why.
so on.
That's why you saw De Bruyne first half. Where was De Bruyne? Nowhere
Mm.
to be seen because Kova and Chukwemeka, Zakaria, we had that midfield. We had it. That's why we were so good.
Well, I
Yeah.
hope Zakaria keeps, but I don't want to see us lose. I don't want to see us keep losing.
We don't want to lose. We thought we should have got something out of that game. We should have got a draw, really. Shame, but it didn't happen. But at least we got some fight back.
But we didn't. How many? We didn't. Eric, what's his name? What's the City goalkeeper's name? Ederson.
Ederson, yeah. Ederson.
Like Henderson last Sunday. What? He didn't have any shots to save.
Nothing.
Not a shot. The one shot that hit the post, he didn't get a finger to. He didn't have a shot to save.
That was so unlucky. That was going in. He got deflected and he hit the post. That shot. You watch it again, John. He deflected and he hit the post. It was going in. Well, it's our bad luck. But at least we see, these players trying. That's what I can say, really. They tried. Yeah. What do you think of these last 4 games this month? Can we go and? All right, say we don't beat City in the cup.
Well, one good thing about the Fulham game is Mitrovic is banned, isn't he? He's injured. He's banned. Whatever.
Sure.
He's not playing. Hallelujah.
That's the only good thing. Then we got Palace. We should beat at home. We always do. We should. But you can't look at Tottenham what they did to Palace the other day. And Palace was so good at the start. First off, it was all Palace, and Tottenham come out. Harry Kane gets 2 goals.
Well, his second goal, excellent goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know that's what we don't have. We don't have a goal scorer.
I tell you, if you want to, I don't know Conte's number 2, that ugly-looking Italian.
Yeah.
I don't know his name. The Tottenham press conference this evening, you got it on YouTube. He speaks so well of Vialli.
Yeah, they all do. They all love to Vialli.
Speaks beautifully about Vialli and his impact on both the Italian and the English game, and how the likes of Zola and Vialli coming to England opened the door for many more Italians to come.
Di Matteo, we had the best. Really, when we had all 3 of them, Di Matteo, Vialli,
really well. Have a look on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of I will watch that again. Unbelievable what players we had. I can't say, our deepest condolences goes to Vialli's family, of course. We're very gutted, very sad, and we just want to, pay our respects wherever we can. It's a sad day, very sad day for Chelsea Football Club and the whole fan base all over the world. I think everyone's feeling the same.
I'll say one other thing about Vialli. I'm not sure this is very well known. The nickname for the Italian football team is the Azzurri, and that is after the colour blue that they wear. So Chelsea wear royal blue, they wear Azzurri blue. Now I think this is right. After the Second World War, because the Italian royal family were persona non grata, they weren't welcomed back. One of the ways the Italian sort of monarchist thing was by wearing their royal blue, Azzurri blue. And that
lost you, John.
Got born and brought up in a castle. Vialli.
Was he?
Was he not born and brought up in a castle?
Yeah, he was. He came from Italian aristocracy. That's another thing. Yeah. He was such an unassuming guy for the fabulous
absolutely.
Background he came from.
Yeah. And playing a popular sport rather than an aristocratic sport, Oh yeah, great loss.
Great loss.
The whole world, tributes flooding in from
everywhere.
Sampdoria, Juventus, people.
Yeah, they loved him. They loved the whole Italy.
He was a lovely guy.
You see the Juventus fans. I put it out on Twitter. They were out. They've gone to the stadium singing his name. All of. We're gonna do the same. I think we might even do more because everyone loved the guy so much. Yeah, it's a shame.
Great shame.
Well, this is life. I'm afraid we don't know. One day we're here, the next we're gone. Deals, you've been very quiet. What do you think about the games coming up?
I think the FA Cup game, I think all the youngsters are going to play in that game. I think Chukwuemeka will start, Lewis Hall, Amari Hutchinson, maybe Charlie Webster. I think some of the youngsters will start. But again, in this Man City game, we just played them, so we're gonna analyze how their weaknesses. So I think we could win this game. Why not?
We can. Yeah.
And we're normally a top cup team as well, so I don't put the bets against us to win this game. So I think we'll win.
Yeah, it's a make or break game for me because, like I said, if we manage to get through, it makes the season. The players will have confidence, and we can go and beat Palace and Fulham.
I think
why not Liverpool and Liverpool?
I think Chalobah will start, and I think Badashil, that new signing Badashil will start. I think Silva or I think Koulibaly might start just to get back to the used to pace of the of the
No,
England.
I don't think we can pull all the youngsters in because City will have
No.
the best team out. You know that.
No, I think
So-
Silva will definitely get rest though.
Yeah, he has to, but who's going to play in his place?
I think Koulibaly,
Yeah, Koulibaly, God.
Koulibaly and Chalobah.
Is that enough? Because we
Yeah.
we rely on Silva so much, it's unbelievable. We need to get a replacement. It's too
Yeah.
much, relying on a 38-year-old. And he produces game after game.
Yeah, played well last night. Played well.
Yeah, of
Do you
course.
think Man City will play their youngsters as well? Do you reckon they will start their
No,
youngsters?
I don't think so. They will play one or two, but not all of them. They will have the main team out.
He didn't have. He had Foden out playing last night, didn't he? But he didn't
Sorry,
start with
guys,
any.
I've got to pop out and pop back in a
Yeah,
bit,
all right.
please.
Oh, yeah.
They got Bobby.
All right,
Okay.
Bobby. Yeah.
He didn't start with any other youngsters. He brought that young lad Lewis on. I don't know his first name.
Yeah,
He
no lie.
picking him up after the game, wasn't he? But then Guardiola does that. That Palmer, he didn't. Palmer will probably play Sunday. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
But
where
John, we all know that whatever team he puts out there, they're going to be good.
Oh yeah, of course they are. Of course they are.
They have the squad.
Nick,
That's the thing. Yeah, go on.
I think
Yes.
we've beaten Man City in the cup before. I remember when we had Tuchel when we beat them in the semi-final.
We beat them 3 times in a row.
Yeah,
remember?
3 times in a row.
Yeah, we can do it again. Why not? If we just have to be like we were last night.
Yeah, but we need to be how we was last night, but finish our chances.
Yeah, but that was bad luck. The post was bad luck. Silva was very close. That shot he had, very close, could have been a goal. We have more chances than them last night. We can do the same this time. The ball will go in the net, I'm sure. About time our luck changes.
I think pressing Man City, we're gonna have to be smart how we press them, because I don't think we was that smart yesterday how we pressed them.
First half, we were very smart. First half,
yeah.
Second half, we wasn't. I know.
Yeah,
it shows. Yeah, you're right there.
Yeah, because they pass the ball so well when they always seem to be able to make an extra player, don't they?
Especially I think Aubameyang. I think we needed a different striker to be up front for us in that game. Because if we had a clinical number 9, I reckon we would have finished that game yesterday.
Yeah. I think maybe Havertz should be our striker for that game. Aubameyang has to be on the bench for me. Ziyech, I think, has to start.
I mean, look. In fairness to Aubameyang, he was a Tuchel purchase, short-term purchase, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
To start scoring goals. We don't create enough chances for the likes of Aubameyang. Who's going to score? No one's going to score.
That's true.
No, we don't.
Score.
Yeah, we don't create enough chances for him. But again, at the same time,
we don't create any chances for him.
At the same time, John, he hasn't got good link-up play. Aubameyang hasn't got good link-up play.
He's not.
Yeah, I know that. I know that we don't pass up. I know we don't have passes that can. This is why we need Enzo Fernandez, so he can pass the ball correctly into the attack.
Don't get me started. And I think that boat sailed, isn't it? Isn't that boat sailed? Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it's been a dreadful week for Chelsea Football Club. I've been very critical.
Yeah, it's been terrible. It's been bad, especially that last the game against Forest was where
if you don't know anything about Rui Costa, go and have a look at him on YouTube. He was always going to throw a hissy fit. He threw hissy fits as a player. He's a very good player. But you just knew as soon as Chelsea do a misstep, he was going to play merry hell. And didn't him and the manager play merry hell? But Chelsea have always got to remember, and Bowley's got to remember, he's not our player. He's their player. And you've got to respect that until he signs on the dotted line.
Yeah. It's not easy.
Ridiculous.
John. Yeah. You see how if we play like that oftenly, how we played yesterday,
Do you reckon we would go on a winning streak?
Well, I'd love to think we do. I think it's going to be no. I think the rest of the season, apart from the Champions League, I think the rest of the season is going to be a hard slog.
Yeah.
Look, you don't need a UEFA B license coaching badge to work out how to play against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Notts Forest showed it on Sunday. Just get 11 players behind the ball. We haven't got a clue. Not a clue.
Again, we got 10 injuries. Do you remember we got 10 injuries?
Doesn't matter. No one's ever going to have sympathy for Chelsea Football Club. Look how much money Bowley has spent. Look how much money Abramovich has spent.
Yeah.
No one's going to have sympathy with Chelsea over injuries.
No, of course not. They want us to fail, as always. Everyone does. Media, rivals, of course. We have everyone against us always. But, if we manage somehow to beat City, knock them out, it will bring confidence to the club again.
No, you're right. I agree.
That's what I say, John. Certify. You still there or you gone? Certify is cooking again, I think.
Certify, is he cooking?
Yeah,
well, Nick and John. Is he Viali, yeah? Is he Viali?
Yeah.
How many games did he win and how many games did he lose as a Chelsea?
Look, I'll tell you that in a sec. I need to check that. He played 84 times as a player,
and
he scored 40 goals.
Yeah,
that's right. Bloody hell, we could do with that now. You'd go for that now, wouldn't you?
84 games, 40 goals, and most of them spectacular goals. Wasn't easy, but he was unbelievable. The guy.
I'll answer. I don't know the total of the number of games. Look, he ultimately got us into the Champions League. Yeah. It was a very disappointing season. Nick, do you remember when we got beaten at home by Leicester? When there was a chance, an outside chance, we might even win the league under Viali, and they scored 2 goals late on. Was it a draw or 2-2 or 2-1? I can't remember.
I was there that game. And we couldn't get the winner. It was 2-2, I think, and we couldn't.
2-2,
we needed to win.
Lost the points. That lost.
Oh God, yeah.
Did you ever play with Frank Sinclair? You remember Frank Sinclair?
Of course.
One of my favourite Chelsea players of all time, Frank Sinclair.
He was great for us, Deals. He was a great defender.
Deals, he won a League Cup, he won an FA Cup, and he won a European Cup Winners' Cup. Anyone who ever says to you had no history before Abramovich, not only did he help win us the European Cup Winners' Cup in 98, the back end of the 97-98 season. Following season, before Christmas, I think it was before Christmas, we beat Real Madrid in the Super Cup in Monaco. So
he was some player manager.
He won that as well.
He won 5-6 trophies, like with a Charity Shield. It was unbelievable, the guy. And don't forget, we had to wait since 1970. We won the FA Cup, and then who wins it in 97? We had to wait all those years, 30 years, wasn't it, John? And Viali gets the FA Cup.
Do you not believe that his squad should have won? His squad should have won the Premier League.
Yeah, we were close. I told you, we finished third in 98, John.
I'd have to look, 98, 99, I think.
Yeah, we finished third. That was the highest place for 18 years for Chelsea Football Club. 18 years it took, and we only got us to third. Very close to winning it, very close. The guy was an icon, like I said, icon, not just a legend. Yeah, it's a shame. Sad day, like we keep saying. I don't know, we said everything about Viali, how great as a man, how a player, manager. Any other thoughts, anyone? Certify, Certify, you there or you?
I think he's cooking.
Yeah, must be.
He's a bit like Todd Bowley, isn't he?
He does cook. He does cook. Certified for young. It's only young, It surprises me what he knows about football. And he's one of the young ones who knows about the history of
What
our
does he
club.
know about cooking, though?
I don't know what he's cooking. I don't know. Probably fried toast, fried bread, probably, or something. Baked beans, you know. Oh God. Yeah.
All the good stuff.
Yeah. Anything else? Have we discussed everything?
I want to
go.
talk about. I want to talk about our next few games that we've got coming up.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I said,
Fulham,
we have.
I think we're beat Fulham.
Yeah.
I
Then
think
we
we
have
beat Fulham.
Palace.
And I think we'll beat. I think Palace is going to be tricky.
But it's at home, deals. We should
It's
be
at home.
winning.
Oh no! What one's away? Fulham.
Yeah.
I think
we got
Fulham
away. We got the FA Cup Sunday. Yeah, Fulham away. Palace home. Then we go to Liverpool on the 21st of January, and that's a 12:30 kickoff, which Chelsea don't like playing 12:30s. You know that.
Well, and depending on our transfers,
that's at Liverpool.
I think we get out some transfers in.
So it won't be easy. That makes it harder because you know why? 12:30, we never perform that sort of time.
I think we can win. I think we could go on a winning streak, 3-way winning streak.
No,
Fulham, Crystal Palace, and Liverpool. I think we'll beat 3 of them.
Do you think there's still mileage in the Enzo deal, or is that dead in the water?
I think that obviously Todd's getting involved in that deal now, because before it was Christopher Vialli, and I think what's happened is Christopher Vialli, that Vialli guy, that Leipzig technical director. I think he messed up the deal. And now Todd Bowley's stepping in, and the big boss is stepping in, and I think he's gonna get it still. I think he's gonna get it done.
Let's see. Let's hope so. I hope it happens. We have.
Why is he not playing for Benfica tonight? All of a sudden they're not playing.
He wants to come to Chelsea, don't he? He wants to come to us.
He got the hump for some reason.
Yeah, because he wants a club to accept Chelsea's offer.
Crystal Palace and Fulham, we should get a result out of them too.
That's what.
And then Liverpool, I think Liverpool.
Elise, is it Elise at
Elise?
Palace?
Yeah. Yes.
Why aren't we looking at him?
Yeah, great player.
Yeah,
his brother is at Cobham, isn't he?
You know that, they used to play. Elise, he used to play for Chelsea.
Cobham, he went to Palace, yeah.
Yeah, we had many youngsters at Chelsea that play for different teams now.
Yeah, I know. I see, because part of the rumour mill is that Webster will leave at the end of the season. He can leave on a free, can't he? And he'll go to Dortmund.
Yeah.
See, they'll get game time at Dortmund. They will get game time at Dortmund. If they're good enough, they'll get game time. The problem is Hutchison, all these other youngsters coming in, they won't get that much game time in the first team squad.
Matt Law's come out with an article today saying that Potter will use the youngsters because of the injuries.
I think after the last couple of weeks, if Matt Law said to me today's Friday, I'd have to check it.
Don't tell me about Matt Law and God.
Yeah, he's an idiot. He's an idiot. Matt Law's an idiot from the situation with Rudiger. I don't like him, but he's got let's be real. He does have sources inside.
Hey, look, I'll let you in on a secret.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
I know someone who works in the Chelsea post room. You can't get a bigger source than that, can you?
Is it?
Yeah. Paul knows absolutely nothing. I've got a source at the club. He works in the post room. He knows absolutely nothing. Paul doesn't even know what day of the week it is. He can barely get up in the morning.
Yeah, you're right.
So John. we can all say we've got sources at the club.
Look, that's why I keep telling to John. That's why I keep telling Deals. I keep telling Deals. What do I say to you every day? Don't believe this journalist. Not one of them. No.
But I think as soon as we got American,
they're all the same, Deals. They don't know what they're talking. They only know what we know. nothing. They don't know
But
nothing. We don't know.
you see how American the
Yeah.
ownerships they like to make things happen, like let everybody knows that what's going on. I think with Roman Abramovich, he kept everything quiet.
Yeah. Yeah, this is look, TCFC. She's clever. This is what they know: tomato sauce. That's the sauce. 100%. Nice to see you in the chat again. I know you have problems, where you are with electricity and all that. Yeah, great comment.
What did you see in improvements on Potter yesterday? What are the improvements on Potter yesterday? Because
I wouldn't say improvement on Potter. I would. The only thing I could say when he brought them Gallagher, Hutchinson, and Lewis Hall, when he brought them on, not too late. That was a good thing. That's the only good thing.
I thought he did okay. I thought yesterday you saw possible. There was a shape and there was a purpose.
Yeah, there was a way that because the players were
purpose to it, but we still didn't create enough bloody chances.
No chance. We didn't. We didn't score. That's the problem. We need to get the ball in the net somehow. No team like the one we have now has scored less goals than any other season. How many we've scored, John? 18 goals.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's low and it's ridiculous. We need a striker.
How long is Pulisic? I mean, that Pulisic is made of biscuits, isn't he? He digested biscuits.
I think Pulisic. I think with Pulisic, I think he's always got injuries, and I don't think he's going to work out at Chelsea anymore. I think
how long? Yeah. Do we know how long he's going to be out? Sterling, how long he's going to be out?
No, I didn't hear anything.
It's not confirmed yet. It's not confirmed yet.
I'm not too bothered about Sterling. Better he's out than in for me. This is a good comment from TCFC. Yeah, let's hijack Midrick from Arsenal.
No.
We are looking at him.
Let's be real. Yeah, I don't want a player that wants to go to Arsenal.
I agree, Deals. I agree.
Yeah, but
let's not play that game because it will happen to us.
Yeah, but
somebody will do it to us.
We are looking at him. That's the thing.
Apparently, he wants to come to Chelsea, but I don't buy
that. Nick, I'm just not gonna. Don't play that game because eventually, it'll happen to Chelsea. It happened to Chelsea last summer with Barcelona and Rafinha. No, let's not play that game. Let's do it properly.
Yeah. Our attackers are bad. Yeah, worse than bad, I'm afraid. I wouldn't say all of them. Ziyech had a good game last night. Havertz was okay. Just can't get the ball in the net. That's the problem.
John, what's your thoughts on? John, what's your thoughts on
number 9? Yeah, go on.
What's your thoughts on Cucurella and who else was it?
Cucurella was poor last night, wasn't he?
Who else was it?
I think he was poor last night. I thought.
Ziyech. Have you spoken about Ziyech?
Ziyech is a good footballer. He got one cross in last night, but he was pants, wasn't he?
Yeah.
John and Dios, this is. Let me read this comment because it's aimed at you too. But we got Williams from Spurs. We hijacked Williams from Spurs. Don't forget.
Yeah, that's okay.
See, she's got you there. Yeah.
No, it's true, but I think once you start all this one-upmanship, it just comes back to bite you on the bum.
It does sometimes. You don't know, but
comes back to bite you.
He's 85 million. This player, he's gone.
I think you're right, though. I think you're right, Nick, about Potter changed the width when they changed the subs for Man City. Basically Potter told them to change the width, and basically. When you saw the width when Grealish and Mahrez came on for them.
Oh God, yeah. But that's Pep. Pep knows what to do, Second half, they just kept the ball so too long for me.
I think Haaland got pocketed by Thiago Silva and Koulibaly. What did you think of Haaland?
Haaland, I didn't think he didn't. Hardly saw him touch the ball. Haaland. He had 2 chances and he missed.
What did you think? What did you think, John?
Sorry, hold on.
Yeah, we know he's a great player. He can score, but
Yeah,
last night, because we have Silva, you didn't see Haaland, doing anything special.
No, I like Haaland's a fantastic player.
Oh,
The
yeah.
thing I like about Haaland, you didn't see it so much. He's wonderfully athletic, isn't he?
yeah.
Fantastically athletic.
Yeah.
And he's tall. Yeah.
He's rangy. Yeah. No, he's a good player. You'd have him you'd pick him, wouldn't you, in your own team?
100%. He's guaranteed goals.
Would he score at Chelsea? Would he score at Chelsea?
Yes, if we had the providers, yes.
Yeah, we'd have to, because
100%.
he doesn't make his own chances, does he? He just finishes them off.
No, is that Tobago?
We don't make any bloody chances.
Yeah, let's welcome Tobago.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Big up Tobago.
I don't know if you heard us talking about, we talked a lot about the great legend Vialli. I don't know if how long you go back. Do you remember Vialli, Tobago, in his playing days?
Yes, very well.
Yeah, good.
I know him.
Yeah, God. I want to start. Let's hear your comments on him first. Then we go to the game, where we all said a lot about. That's for an hour now. We've been talking, on and off about the great legend. Yeah, go ahead, Tobago.
To be honest, it's so sad losing someone due to sickness. But again, whether we like it or not, in life, this is our path. We're all gonna die. So I hope now his family will be good from all the support from the fans everywhere, and then I think they've seen they've seen this their family. They're hoping maybe he might recover, just same as Pele. Remember Pele just went to hospital and then he never came back. So it's so sad to lose this legend in football. But again, what a great player, what a great legend, a coach, a player. Oh man, he gave Chelsea everything, and then we won a fantastic trophies with him. Man, my thoughts are with his family. My condolences to his family. Yeah, man, this is life. Hopefully, one day they will build a station for him at the Stamford Bridge. Who knows?
Yes.
Yeah. Bago, you know that famous T-shirt, don't you?
Yeah.
And it had written on the T-shirt, "Jesus saves, but Vialli nets the rebounds."
Yep.
He's called beautiful goals. This guy. We need a striker like him. It's actually
exactly what we need. If we had a Vialli now, we'd be flying. Unbelievable player. Yeah, Tobago. That team we had with Zola, Clark, Dennis Wise, Deschamps, unbelievable team. We won. Don't forget, he won 6 trophies for our club. Yeah, go on.
You know the issue with Chelsea at the moment, especially yesterday game. We played very well, but again, as soon as we threat Man City, we don't shoot. We don't try to shoot or create anything. What we do, we pass sideways or to the back, just like we did under Lampard, like we did under Thomas Tuchel. Our players, our attackers, they're afraid to take chances, to take risks. They should look at Chukwuemeka, took one risk, almost scored. We need that. We need that at Chelsea. But again, we don't see that more often. So I don't know what the issue is. That's why we need to replace these guys. We need good wingers or good players that can shoot. Just like the Medicine. Medicine likes to shoot. We need those kind of players in Chelsea.
Yep.
I'm not saying Medicine, yes, but again,
is shocking. Ziyech have ability to shoot. Kai Havertz have ability to shoot. Aubameyang have the ability to shoot, but nothing from them.
Yes, I agree with you. But what do you think about last night's performance? I know we lost. Did you get any hope from that performance?
To be honest, performance without results for me is nothing, because we should have at least got a 1 point there. Like, to be honest, what was Kepa doing there? Like, that was this. Man, I was as soon as I saw that, I thought we were going to be scored maybe 3 or 4 goals from Man City, but at least we kept them.
What on earth was he thinking,
man?
On earth?
I don't know,
man,
John. I don't know. Usually, he was on such good form, Kepa. I can't believe he didn't put his hand out to stop that cross. That's what.
And
I remember.
Go on, Tubergo.
Yeah.
And the other thing, they're blaming Cucurella because Mahrez scored that goal.
Yeah.
How can you blame Cucurella there while Kepa should have done his job?
Yeah, I don't know who, who started that off. I heard is Jamie Carragher studying about Cucurella, on the Sky Sports. And the fans have got into it. Some of them have anyway, but he had a great game for me. I was there last night with John. Cucurella was great. It wasn't his fault. It was Kepa not doing his job, I'm afraid. But I can't blame Kepa. He's been great for us. He made one mistake and we lost. What can we do? Yeah, God, yeah.
Enzo Fernandez just went on Instagram and he what's it called? Went on live. No, he went done a Instagram story post, and he just went off and posted a picture of Benfica stadium and saying that he loves Benfica and that.
He's not coming to Chelsea. That's so sad.
No. Benfica's told him to do that.
I'm being sarcastic.
I don't believe it. That's all rubbish.
I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah. Go on, Ty.
Fofana did the exact same thing. I remember when he was sat out for a game, when he was in the stands, he was on Instagram, man. He was saying congratulations to the team because they won without him. So, and I think Benfica are winning if the game is not done yet. So,
yeah,
nothing wrong with it. It doesn't mean anything. Has to be respectful.
Yeah, I don't believe in that. I think he wants to come. He said he wants to come to us. He's just getting that. Yeah, yeah. I think it's up. Yeah, go on. Yes, go on, Tobago.
You know the issue I have now with this journalist or media. They were reporting a news from Chelsea negotiation between Chelsea and Benfica, for example. We agreed 125 with paying 3 years installments and stuff, like, without getting the actual thing. For example, now we agreed a fee, and the other thing, Todd Bowley changed his mind. Like, this is negotiating. This is tactics. So why should Todd Bowley say, "Oh, Benfica, you want 127? Let's give you boom," without trying to lower the fee? This is negotiation. You have to play bare sometimes. You have to do things, tricky things. I know maybe Benfica got upset, but again, you can't say, "Oh, yes, Enzo worth 127. Let's pay. No, these negotiations, unless Chelsea always gonna pay a high fee. Look at what happened with Cucurella. I think Cucurella deal made a lot of noise of Chelsea, so we should be careful of that. Yes, Enzo Fernandez is a good player, but again, we should at least negotiate so that maybe we can get a low fee. If not, we can pay the actual amount. That's how. Yes.
Yeah, go on. Yes. Yeah, John, you want to ask?
No, just saying. Well said. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's true. I agree with you, Tobago.
Yes. Yeah, because like this journalist, Westin, they're saying this. They were saying the same thing. Oh, Chelsea is about to agree a deal with Benfica. The deal is advanced, and David Austin says one thing. The general, my God, David Austin said Chelsea won't pay a huge fee or won't pay whatever a Benfica wants unless Chelsea is comfortable with that. If not, they'll walk away. But other journalists, what did they say? Oh, Alvarez is going, not Fernandez is going to Chelsea, which they were wrong. Now Chelsea names all the media. Our fans are blaming Todd Bowley and Christopher Vivel of that. This was negotiation. It was never gonna be easy. But again, the media put their club on there, and then now we look bad now. It's fine.
Yeah, they always do this media. Like I said, I don't believe nothing what they say. Never have, never will. They talk a lot of rubbish all the time. Then they only tell us what we know or what we don't know. It's crazy. But look, it's not easy for Bowley because, like we said before, he has to be careful with his fair play thing. If we're going to get other players as well, like we got two already, Santos, Bicciali. We have two. We have Fofana. Don't forget, three players. But, at a reasonable price. Now, what the Benfica want, they want the cash lump sum. They don't want us to pay installments, which Chelsea are trying to get Benfica to agree to pay installments. So we're scared from fair play.
Chelsea have got.
Yeah.
It was all the nonsense that we were being told by the media. Oh yeah, Chelsea have stumped up the 127 million or whatever it was. Yeah. That was never the case. That was never the case.
No.
We have to pay in installments. You read that effort. You read that financial fair play thing as well as I did. 5 installments, 25 million a season. If that, that's the 125 asking price. But we never negotiated at 127.
No,
but the media.
That was
Romano and all those people.
All of them, John.
Get stuffed. Go away.
Yeah,
come
I
back,
agree.
come back
John,
you've got some real news.
John, me, most real Chelsea fans, I can say Ty as well, probably deals is up and down with the media thing. But, we keep saying we don't believe these people. They don't know, nothing more than you, whether you know Serfanos or anyone else. You have to get, That's why I keep saying, John, for years I've been saying that. I don't believe they never have, never will. Anyway. Yeah. I know, because it's true.
Word they say.
Yes, John, it's true, though, isn't it? I mean, you don't have to be a scientist to know that, really.
Yeah, not a word.
Yeah. Ty, let's go. You should come back. Let's ask you as well. How do you think the next games are going to go? City, or in the cup. Then we have Fulham away.
I can't lie, Kepa should have saved that. I rewatched it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Ty, City or in the cup, Sunday. Then we have Fulham away. Fulham. Then we have Palace home, and the last game this month is Liverpool at Anfield. What do you think will happen with these games? What do you expect? If you're still there, I think Ty is doing something. Let's go to Tobago. Tobago, I'll ask you the same question. Did you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, good. Yeah, I'll hear you. Yeah, what's your take on for the FA Cup game Sunday, Fulham away, then we have Palace home, then we go to Liverpool at Anfield. But the problem with that game is, as you all know, it's a 12:30 a.m. kickoff, 12:30 p.m. And you know what we do at 12:30, Chelsea Football Club. So, what do you think will happen, roughly?
Okay, to be honest, from the Sunday game against Man City, we need to mix it up with those kids. You saw them yesterday. They have energy, they have hunger. They are going to play for the badge. Let's give it a chance. If we lose against Man City, it's cool. To be honest, at the moment now, I don't care a lot about Cavs because, like, the way we play, getting these injuries, I don't want us to play the league and the Cups. Let's forget about the Cup. But the Champions League is more important for me. So, due to that, against Fulham, we need to win that game. We need to build momentum from that game. We need to win that. But again, if I was Graham Potter, these training sessions, I was going to do drill sessions whereby these our attackers do shooting drills because they can't shoot. They don't shoot. Yes, we are playing well, but again, we don't shoot. Just for example, for example, the game we played against Aston Villa, we didn't do well, but again, we had two moments of brilliance with Mason Mount taking two chances. We need that also from other players. If we are not doing well, we're not doing well. We just need a moment of brilliance. Get a chance, score them, boom. We get 3 points. Whether it was bad performance or good performance, we need that. But again, our attackers, they are poor. So I don't know what is the problem with them. But again, if I was grandfather, I was gonna do shooting drills this week until we get it right until the end of the season. Then you can buy players that you want because now the moment in the January transfer window, teams will demand a lot of money. So we need to win against Man City. I don't care a lot about that game. And then against Fulham, we need to win that game. Against Palace, we need to win that game. Also against Liverpool. Liverpool this season are on and off. They're just like us. They have better.
Yes,
they have better players, a better coach, but they perform like us. So we need to take advantage of that also. So hopefully, from Fulham game we build momentum. We start winning those games. But I would love to beat City on Sunday. But again, it won't be easy because we are not clinical. We are not creating a lot of chances. For example, Man City create 20 chances. They know they're gonna score 2 or 3 of them. With us, we create 1 or 2 chances. That's it. So.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I just want to say, thanks, Deals, for coming. Deals had to go now. You're always welcome. It's great to have you. Thanks a lot. Yeah, you know what I think about you. You know, you're always.
And that
go on. Yeah.
What we saw yesterday from our players, we need that every game. Because what do you think? We see stop and go. This game we perform this way, the other game we perform that way. Also, we need to perform better in the second half. That's the issue now. The first half we do well. In the second half, we drop. I don't know what happened. Every time we play in the second half, we do bad. I don't know why. So
that's what I was dreading. Yeah, go on, carry on.
That needs to stop also. In the second half, we need a better performance.
Exactly. What you said, we saw it yesterday. I was at the game, and we were everyone was screaming, shoot, but no one would shoot. Unbelievable. John, you were there. You heard everyone. We were all screaming.
Yeah, I heard it through the TV as well.
Yeah, I'm glad you're back. Certified,
Certified. In your absence, we had a vote.
Yeah.
And we voted that you've got to do a YouTube channel and you've got to do a cooking program before the end of the season.
It's true. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You up for that? We want you you can choose the dish.
That's a cooking program.
Yeah.
You got to wear
What do you guys suggest?
What did you cook tonight?
No, like I basically I just went and put chicken in the oven, innit? Seasoned chicken and put it in the oven.
We want you to cook. We don't want you to heat. We want you to cook something.
Yeah, I know how to cook as well. I can cook lots of things.
It's good. It's good. It's good. You know how. It's good.
I can cook.
What can you cook?
Lots of things, bro.
Asking him. He's being
Ty,
very.
Ty, you're from Jamaica. You know I can cook curry goat, yeah. You know.
There you go.
Yeah, I can cook curry chicken. Lots of things, man.
What's that? What's that rice in Jamaica? Salty rice? Is it what they call it? A rice? No. They got a name for the rice. Is it salty rice? Something like that. Yeah. So certified and with a sweet.
Yeah, basmati rice in your parboil.
Yeah, with some sort of gasso you got to make as well, certified. You know.
Yeah, I can make anything, man. You know what I'm saying?
That doesn't mean ice cream from the fridge.
The ice cream. Yeah, no, ice cream. I don't know how to make that anyways, so
yeah, it's not easy to make ice cream.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's hard.
No,
do you know what I'm saying? So, what's everyone talking about, though?
Yeah, we will say Tobago was saying about the game last night. He talked about Vialia like we all have first, and yeah, he was just saying what we were screaming. He said, "Why the team is not shooting? They get there, they don't shoot." And
Yeah,
last
that's
night,
why exactly.
we were screaming.
Yeah,
last night the whole crowd screaming, "Shoot, shoot!" Could you hear?
Yeah, I heard every minute, shoot.
Yeah, shoot. No one would shoot the ball. Till Chukwuemeka eventually did and hit the post.
Yeah, we need to start trusting our ability more. Like Chelsea,
they scared to shoot. They scared that they might miss, and the crowd will go mad. They have to shoot. They have to. I don't know what's going on. We never had a team like this. Never.
Nick, another thing on the website.
Yeah.
If you go onto the Chelsea website, you'll see the whole of the first team and coaching staff. A minute's applause for Vialli today.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, the whole team. Tributes from everyone. The ex-legends, ex-players. Everyone's playing tribute to the great man because he was a great man, not as a player, but a great person. Yeah, go Tobago.
What about Dennis Zakaria performance yesterday?
Oh, very good. I gave him man of the match myself. Just about. He was close with Chukwuemeka and Havertz for me.
Oh,
yeah.
Everton have just equalised at Old Trafford. There we
go.
Robert
just told me.
Is it onside? It's onside, right? It's onside, right? It's onside, right? It's onside, right?
I don't think there's VAR. Is there VAR in the FA Cup?
No, the goal stood. The goal stood.
It stood. Oh my God! Thank you.
The goal stood.
Yeah, that's good.
I want Lampard's record to stay safe because
we just want United to lose, really, Ty, because we never want United. United.
No, but I want Frank Lampard's record to stay intact. He's never lost. As a manager,
Everton Football Club has never been relegated in their history.
Yeah, they've
never, and I don't think it's going to happen this year. Even with funny results, though, Everton they lose 4-1, then they lose to Brighton.
Offside.
They draw with City. What? Offside?
Been given offside.
Oh God!
No.
Another win for United. That'd be 6 on the run now.
Lampard's getting sacked.
If he carries on like this, he will. Because they could,
if he was offside, it was a toenail.
Always is, that it?
They want Lampard to get sacked. That's it.
Maybe, yeah. I think you're right there. If they do go down, he probably get. He will go. He will get a sack. Before they go down, for me, probably.
Because
good.
I do think when we have the chance to shoot outside the box, we have to take it because you never know. You can actually get one of them in. You can.
But which of our players can shoot from outside the box? None. Gallagher scored one from the edge of the box. Gallagher scored one at Palace, didn't he?
Come on, mate.
Yeah,
Come on.
because he tried. That's why. We need players to trust their ability more.
Pass back to him.
Like, it's a problem that we're having a lot, and I think that's also the reason why we don't really play forward a lot. Do you get what I'm saying? I think, and Potter also said that he wants the team to be playing bravely as well when he came in, and he doesn't want the players to be afraid of making mistakes. And we're seeing that they are afraid to make mistakes because they play. I don't like it when Chelsea play the ball very, very safe. And our wingers as well, when we when we attack, do you know that none of our wingers will ever take on do not take on anyone. They don't take on anyone. What they do is play it safe. When they come against the defender, they just play safe. That's what it is. Like, Chelsea need to be more technical, and that's what's just costing us going forward, really, and our confidence attacking.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
chaps, sorry, sort of 1 minute. Can you carry on, sort of? I'll be 5 minutes, not more.
Yeah, that's what I have to say. Like, I do think the players need to be more brave. Like they really do, because like that's what also affects the system. I mean, safe passes is not part of a tactic, is it? Well, it can be, but like, bro, it's a player's decision. I mean, surely Potter doesn't want to play the way he does. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not his football. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, for people who are keep slaughtering him. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, Tobago. Yeah.
Don't you think? Yes, don't you think is these players are doing this because, like, remember, the same thing is happening with Grandpa and now with those players. They did that under Thomas Tuchel, and he was always frustrated. You can see him in the touchline. He was always frustrated with our attackers. So, don't you think our attackers are afraid to do more? They always play safe passes. I don't understand why.
That's why I always make that point. That it can't just be the manager, because it's been the same thing for different managers.
Absolutely. I said about the Nottingham Forest game, I said on Sunday, okay, there's the off the field management, there's the coaching staff, but you've got Aspilicueta, captain, international footballer, Koulibaly, international footballer, international captain, Silva, been captain of. There's got to be on-field decision-making as well, isn't there? These are experienced footballers. They don't need to be spoon-fed the tactics, do they?
That's facts. That's facts. Like, I agree with you, because like, it's not all the time you have to tell a player. I mean, they're grown adults. Like, for example, it's not the manager's fault. For instance, when Kai Havertz misses a chance, it's not the manager's fault for when.
Of course, it
there's
is.
not all the time. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not like these little factors. When, like, let's be honest, Potter doesn't want to play this way. Let's all be honest. You could clearly see these players are not living up to the football. Even with Tuchel as well. When Tuchel came in, I think we really saw Tuchel ball. Do you know what I'm saying? And like, when I know John doesn't like talking about the past. You know what I'm saying? But when Tuchel came in, I'm just using that as an example. When Tuchel came in, you can see we played actual Tuchel ball and the way he wanted to play, because like the players were just up for it. But as the season goes on, you can clearly see that the players just how do I say it? The players just kind of got bored of it. Because
they drove for.
Yeah, because they felt like they weren't especially the wingers and the front three and the back three. You could tell that they weren't expressing themselves a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't really get the freedom to dribble and do all these things, because Tuchel wanted a certain way to play, and then you have to obey it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, and with Potter's as well, and you can clearly see with Potter's ball, the players are just not confident in their ability. Potter wants these players to, and that's his tactic, and he trains it on the pitch. He trains it on the pitch, I'm sure. Not on the pitch. He trains it on the training ground, I'm sure. It's just the players don't imply the tactics, and it's a fact. I don't, and I know, yeah.
So if I answer this question for me,
Yeah.
when Tuchel took over at Chelsea, why did Abraham become such a sort of peripheral figure for him? Do you think?
Like, well, what do you mean?
Why wasn't Tammy Abraham a more constant feature in the team?
Oh, why wasn't he not constant feature in the team?
Why wasn't he being picked? Why did Tuchel not pick him?
I'm not really sure. For me, like Tammy Abraham was better under Lampard. He was better under Lampard, but then if you look at it, there was a time under Tuchel where we were creating chances for Abraham. But then I did think as the season went on, he started to decline because remember he started to get a bit of injuries in between, and then he wouldn't get the game time. For me, I felt like he started to get a bit slower. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, do you remember under Lampard, in before lockdown when we did not have no striker, we had to use Giroud the whole time, and Abraham was injured. It was around February, January-ish, and then he was coming back around April, May, when the restart came on. I think that injury did him there. And ever since then, I didn't think he was that reliable to start games. He was coming in and out the team. He would normally play in the FA Cup games. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't really getting first team football for. So, for me, when Tuchel came to the club, he knew that Giroud would have been the starter anyway. So he had to work with what he's got.
Yeah.
For me, I didn't really see. It kind of felt like Tuchel didn't even know Tammy was in the club. Do you know what I'm saying? Because of the way Lampard was just like throwing him in and out of the team after that injury. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I think what happened to Tammy.
Tuchel, Gilmore, the way he dealt with Gilmore, I'm not sure that was a terribly wise way of dealing with him, because he was very popular, Gilmore, wasn't he?
That's what I'm saying.
Popular with the fans, popular with the players, and he just discarded him.
That's what I'm saying, and I don't like the way he treats the young players. You know what I'm saying? Like the Gilmore situation. You said it, John. Yo, Tobago, what are you saying?
Yes, and the other thing, what I've noticed about Thomas Tuchel, he doesn't like the traditional number 9. So that's why he stopped playing like some Giroud and Tammy Abraham. He played Kai Havertz as a number 9. Even at PSG, they have Icardi there. He stopped playing Icardi there. He played Mbappe as a number 9. So clearly can see like he never played like a number 9.
Tuchel played.
And then the other thing, why did we buy Lukaku then? That's the issue.
That wasn't a Tuchel signing. I'll be very honest. That was a signing from Roma and Marino.
Yes.
That wasn't a Tuchel signing.
Yes.
Who
was the coach?
Sorry?
Who was the signing by Marino?
Lukaku.
Oh, Lukaku. Yeah.
Lukaku. I don't think that was Tuchel's man. We all know he does like playing with strikers. Although his system overall needed one. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, one's like a feed of crosses. But then it would give us the wrong profile. Like Lukaku, he's not a target man. He would normally play from his back with his back turn. He will normally play in counter-attacking football. Chelsea don't play counter-attacking football under Tuchel. We play possession-based football. Do you know what I'm saying? So therefore, he would just be standing there doing what? And then his movement will be horrible. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's just the thing. So, yeah, that's what I have to say. But, like, I can tell Tuchel didn't really like a striker. You normally like false nines. But then he did say he wanted wingers. And remember, Tobago and John, there was a time where we were linked with Leroy Sané and Serge Gnabry. You know why? Because they can play false 9. Do you know what I'm saying? So, because Havertz, it's just in case he gets injured, you can put Sané there. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what he wanted. That's why he wanted Sané and Gnabry. And I know for a fact we were linked with those under Baldy because of Tuchel. The only problem is Bayern Munich renewed their contracts. That's the thing. They didn't want them to go. Do you remember though, Tobago and John and Ty? We were linked with Sané and Serge
Yeah.
Gnabry. We wanted to get both of them because Tuchel wanted them. Do you know what I'm saying?
But again,
I would have taken Sané.
but again, the other thing with our old board or old regime, they never buy players that will fit into how we play. They just
That's the
buy
thing.
the big name players, and they will tell the coach you'll figure it out how to use him. But again, for example, uh, under Thomas Tuchel, we are playing high press football, and we know Lukaku doesn't press, but we got him Lukaku. Oh man,
That's what I'm saying. Like we didn't really buy smart. We only bought because of the name. Let's be honest. In the old regime,
Yeah.
and that's just we have to admit. So
yeah, carry on, Certified. Yeah, I'll just come back. Yeah, it's all right.
yeah, I'm done. But like for
yeah.
me, Tammy
Yeah.
Abraham, he was a good striker. I think he was our last striker to score over 15 goals.
Yeah.
How many goals did he score? 17.
15, I think.
15.
Which season?
It was the 1920. You know his first Lampard's first game season.
He scored 18 goals.
18 was it? Yeah. I forgot myself.
17.
Let me know.
Yeah, 17.
Is it a Premier League only or is it overall?
Premier League.
Premier League, then that's probably what, 12, 11?
No, it was more than that, Ty. It was 15. It's 15 or 17.
Yeah, you're right. 15, yeah. 15,
yeah, because I remember they said he equaled Rashford's goals that time.
Yeah,
and
so I would have been right. It is 18 in total.
Yeah, he equaled Rashford's goals, and Rashford scored 17 goals that season. So yeah, Tammy was good, but I do think it was because of the football Lampard played.
Yeah,
let's
he
be
was
honest.
good.
That football was
The only problem with Tammy is that sometimes he gets muscled off the ball quite easily.
That's the thing. He's not
weak.
strong enough.
Yeah, that's why Ty's right. Yeah, you could see
he used to say that if you use a leaf blower, you probably blow him over.
Yes, that's how he was. That's why I didn't rate him. He scored goals, but he was too weak. You could see it. I don't know if John agrees. For me, he was weak. Too easily, for a tall guy like him, he was very weak.
It was 15 goals in the league.
Yeah, he scored the goals, but we were playing better at the time when he scored.
I think that was the last time I ever enjoyed watching a football, like a game. Tactically, I think we kind of discredit Lampard's football. Let's be honest. When he came here,
yeah,
we have to respect it because
problem with Lampard, he throws the wrong players out. He, he fell out with Alonso, with Rudiger, Christensen, even.
And in his press conferences, I wasn't happy with his press conferences. Like he would not take any accountability, just like he's doing with Everton. He doesn't take any accountability. I'm not even joking. He doesn't really say I messed up, this and that. Just like he normally just slaughters the players. I mean, I don't know what it is. He slaughters the players. Not like slaughter, but like what is it called?
Why? Certified because he was a.
What happened?
Because sorry, Timo, 1 second. Because Lampard was our great legend, great player, one of the best legends ever. He thought he could do what he wants. Abramovich left it, brought him in to satisfy the fans at the time. That's why he brought him in. To keep the fans happy. But Roman knew he wasn't the answer for the long run. He wasn't.
Well, Lampard is confirmed to be sacked soon.
Yeah, I think so. I think, Ty, you're right. If another to lose, Everton will be deep trouble. Everton certified. Everton always sack managers when the tough gets tough and they're really struggling. They will change the manager just to survive. That's what they're going to do. That's what they do always, and they're going to do it again. Frank Lampard, like Gerrard, are great players, but they're not for managers, not for top teams. No. Yeah, that's what I think.
Nick,
yeah.
Do you remember there was a game? I think it was the West Ham game, or was it? I think it was the Southampton game. We lost that game 2-0. It was under Lampard at home. I was at the game. And what?
Did we
And
lose?
I looked at the press conference. Huh?
How much did we lose?
2-0.
It was 2-0. We lost it.
2-0?
We lost it at home at Stamford Bridge.
When was that?
1920, Lampard's first season. Do you remember? It was like I think it was 2-0. You remember Obafemi scored?
You sure it wasn't 1-0?
It was 2-0. Check.
You sure?
Goes from Obafemi.
Yeah, we can check it. I can't remember myself. 1-0, 2-0. But
check the 1920 season. We lost. It was around Christmas. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's
sure.
2-0.
Yeah, don't forget, Ty. Don't forget, you know.
No, we did not lose 2-0 because I'm not seeing anything about losing 2-0.
Yeah, it's got to be there.
We lost the game.
It's not 2-0. It's 1-0.
It was 2-0.
Maybe 1-0.
Check then.
1-0.
Check. It was 2-0.
1-0.
Check. No.
No, there's no loss. 2-0 in 1920.
Maybe it was 1-0.
No, you're mixing up when we won 2-0, and that was on the sorry. We lost 1-0 and 3-2 in that season.
Which game are you talking about?
Oh my God. The game that we lost West Ham is November 30th.
No, not West Ham. Southampton.
Oh, Southampton. Yeah, that's Southampton. Yeah, 2-0. Yeah.
No, we lost it 2-0. 1920 season. Yeah. It was West Ham. We lost 1-0.
We lost Southampton 2-0 after.
Yeah, West Ham. I was there. It was 1-0. I don't forget that West Ham game.
I'm talking about Southampton.
Yeah,
it was 1920. Yeah, it was 2-0. Remember, Obafemi scored, and then it was Redmond from that long ball.
You could be right.
And what's it called? Lampard. I think he didn't do something tactically well. The midfield was all over the place, and then what happened was he went in the press conference and said, "I'm suspicious with that back four. I don't know why they were playing like that. That whole back four should have at least helped the midfield." And I was like, "Whoa, how are they supposed to help the midfield? They're not midfielders." I mean, he literally scapegoated that back four like nothing else. I mean, he didn't talk about like the attack. I was at the game, so I know. Do you know what I'm saying? He didn't credit the opposition team, nothing. Like he was quite salty. I mean, that was just his press conferences. But his football was good though at Chelsea.
He was good sometimes, but don't forget how we were leaking goals under him, and that's why he had to go.
The problem.
And we brought Tuchel, and he stopped it all. He brought Rudiger back to life. He brought Alonso back to life. You know, we mustn't forget what Tuchel did as well. He was sacked too early for me. I keep saying it, but he made mistakes. But which manager doesn't make mistakes? You know, should have been here still. I think Tuchel, really, we wouldn't be in this mess if he was. I know a lot of people disagree. They don't like Tuchel. Our fan base is always divided. Some wanted Tuchel, some don't. Some want Potter out, some don't want him out yet. It's crazy. It's crazy, Ty. You know?
I love that. It's always better that way when it's divided. It makes it more entertaining.
Yeah, that's a problem. You know, one time we wasn't divided, but I have to go back a long way. When we weren't divided, we were all together. But in those days,
I don't think we should classify the Twitter fan base to be.
That's what I'm saying. No, not the Twitter. Yeah, because if you go to the bridge, like me and John, we go to games. I know you're far, you can't go tight, but you see, mostly the fans agree. The fans are, they're together when they're at the bridge. I know, and that's what I was going to say. Since the media thing come in, it's changed a lot in the people. You know what I mean? Before we didn't have media, we didn't have Twitter, we didn't have all this. It was just you went to the bridge, you watch your team, support your team. Doesn't matter if you lost or what. We were all together in those days. John, you know that you must agree with me there. If John is still here, I think
Yeah,
John's.
Ty, where do you live?
Yeah, go on.
Sorry?
Where do you live? Do you live in where do you live?
Where do you live? Ty's in very far away.
Oh.
Don't worry. That will change soon. That will change.
Yeah, he's in a different country right now, certified.
Oh, you're in Jamaica.
Yeah, that would be solved soon, though.
Yeah, are you coming over here?
Yeah, I'm aiming for a scholarship.
Okay, that's good. You might go to a game as well. It would be great for you to come.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be great for you. You have to go. Yeah, if I can help, I'll help. I'll help the other guy. Remember, certified older guy.
Yeah, older.
I'll give him my 2 tickets, season ticket, brilliant tickets. Not expensive for the ticket season holder price, which is only £50. Doesn't matter what game. I gave them to him. He was desperate. I said, "You can have these 2 tickets."
For the Bournemouth.
Yeah, he went to Bournemouth with his friend. Yeah.
Yeah, I found my own person who I buy tickets from. No.
Yeah.
That's how I bought the Bournemouth game.
Yeah, but that's good. You got it for a good price, decent.
Yeah, because he's a season ticket holder and he will sell it for face value.
That's what I do. That's how I go. I don't. My friend, my friend's a season ticket holder. Not just him. There's about 4 of them. And when someone can't go, they give it to me. But I pay the going price, £50, which is for any game, which is less than the Chelsea price. If the cheapest seat you can buy as a Chelsea member is £56 right now. That's a Matthew Harding lower tier. Or Shedden lower
The
tier.
family stands are cheap.
Cheaper but they're cheap for the youngsters.
Like me.
Yeah, you have to be under under 18 something.
20.
Yeah, under 20. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I'm a senior member.
The seniors, I saw on the website. They get it for cheap. They get it for the same price as the juniors. In the family.
Yeah, you can, but you have to take your grandson with you.
Oh.
Your grandson, you have to make your grandson a family member. I haven't got a family membership because my grandson is not always there. He's not always ready to go. So now he's getting on. He's a teenager. So it's hard. That's why I didn't go to Bournemouth. I had 2 tickets to take him, and he couldn't go, so I gave them to Odegaard. Yeah. Yeah, you have to have a special membership for the family. Like, if maybe next season, hopefully I'm going to be a season ticket holder myself. They sold out so quick last season. It was like £300 to be a season ticket holder. That's what it costs, 300.
Yeah, but I tried to call them and ask about the season ticket, but to buy a season ticket, you need a certain amount of loyalty points.
No, that's a membership.
Season ticket, you need. I'm not even joking. I thought you didn't need. I went on the Chelsea website.
Yeah.
And then they said you needed at least 147 points. Ask John.
Yeah, maybe, you're right. Maybe you're right there. We'll see you next season. It's all going to change when we improve the ground. When the ground is bigger, we're going to have more chances. It's going to be 60,000, 63 maybe.
Yeah. Hopefully stop these loyalty points.
Then we can all be season ticket holders. It's going to change, but we have to wait. I don't know. They haven't set a date yet to start that. But I was just reading something what Top Bowley said about Graham Potter. he said, considering all the injuries we have, we're going to stick with Graham Potter. We know they're going to stick with him for this season, but we don't know what's going to happen after. He was saying all this. We're backing the manager because he's got a lot of injuries, unexpected injuries, and all this. What else he was saying? I was reading something here. Hold on a minute. Well, it was interesting. We'll find it again. Oh, where is it now? I lost it now. Anyway, it was on those lines, and till they get the players they want and all that. So let's see what happens. But for me, I don't know. I don't have that feeling with Graham Potter and his team. Yeah. I think we said everything. Anything else anyone wants to say before we end?
Oh, by the
the
way,
show?
Everton lost 3-1.
What? Say again? 3-1. Oh, Everton lost 3-1.
Yeah.
Really? So that God, they're in dead trouble, serious trouble now. You can see Lampard be sacked tomorrow morning.
I'll say something about tickets, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm certified. You should think about joining the Chelsea Supporters Trust. It's only a £5. It's only a £5 a year.
Yeah.
And you get a nice little badge. But they sent out a letter that I read, and there were appalling problems with tickets up at Nottingham Forest.
I read that, John. Yeah.
Loads of Chelsea fans going up, most of them driving, I presume, because there were no trains. And they get to the ground, and there's a ticket off. Chelsea had their own ticket office, or Notts Forest had an away ticket office, and it was chaos, absolute chaos.
Okay.
So they're worth joining Chelsea Supporters Trust. What influence they have, who knows? But nonetheless, they are at least a voice for some fans.
Yeah, so. I'm a member myself. I told you.
I'm a member.
Yeah, I have my little badge. Now we have to have some sort of voice, and they do have a voice. We do, so that's good to know. Certified's gone, I think. Yeah, anything else, Ty? Any last comments before we go? I think Ty's gone as well. John?
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
No, I'll chill.
Anyway, it was a big show tonight. We talked about our great legend, Gianluca Vialli. We all talked about him. We will never forget him. Never. And, so thanks for all the panelists to come on. Deals, Certify, John, Ty, who's here still. They're still here. Bobby, of course, and the rest of it, if I didn't mention any. Thanks for the people in the chat, as always. T, CFC, OG, Dan, and whoever watched us. Thanks a lot. And we're going to go out with our thoughts on Gianluca Vialli and his family, because we are all very sad right now. It's a very sad day for Chelsea Football Club and all the fans, of course, all over the world. Especially, if you saw him play like with me, John, Bobby did, in the 90s. We're gonna miss. We had a great player, and we can only wish we had someone like him right now, because we definitely need someone like him. It's a very sad day, folks. But we have to move on. Life is life. We all gonna go one day, but I'm sure he'll be going to the right place up there in heaven, because he was like that. wasn't just a great player, he was a great man, a person, unbelievable guy. Let me just get this right. Hold on. Yeah. So, yeah, with our thoughts on Gianluca Vialli, we're going to end the show. Yeah, and God bless all of you who watched us all over the world. And yes, it's a sad day. Rest in peace, Gianluca Vialli. Yeah, our thoughts are with you and your family. I don't know what to say. You know, so gutted. I was very.
Yeah.
We knew John. We knew he was ill, but we still.
Yeah.
We didn't. You know, we knew he was suffering, but still, it was a shock, big shock. Yeah. John, anything you want to say before we go?
No, I need to go myself. So
yeah.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, John. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, so thanks everyone, and with this sad note, but
Gianluca Vialli.
Yeah, go on, Ty.
I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Well done.
Yeah.
Let's go out with Vialli. That's what we're going to hear at the next home ground. So yeah, thanks a lot, chaps. People. And
When
that's it for, yeah, go on. Sorry, John.
When Chelsea beat United at Old Trafford 2-1, Vialli got the second goal.
Yes, yeah.
Chelsea fans on the spot, Amore, the Italian song.
Yeah.
And so he'll be immortalised with when the ball hits the back of the net. It's Vialli. There we go.
Yeah. Yes, true. Yes. With that note from John, we're going to say goodnight, and we'll be back probably after the FA Cup game with City. We'll be doing a match reaction. Let's hope we go and knock City out, because we can do it. We can. We are Chelsea. We can beat anyone in this world. So yeah. With that note, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, see ya.
Let me just put.
He gets put someone in this situation. He's beaten them all night, so he's done brilliantly. But it's earlier on. There's a lot of space. There it is. There's a lot of space to run into. Luke Shaw, to be fair to him, he's run inside.
Yes, folks. So yeah, with that note, I'll say it again. RP Vialli, great man, great player, great legend, an icon for us, an icon for Chelsea FC and all its fan base all over the world. So thanks a lot, and we'll see you soon. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, see you.